Honorable Director, Sir, Madam Deputy Director, faculty members, parents and fellow students, good morning. On behalf of the entire IIT Kharagpur fraternity, I welcome you all to the Induction Program 2025 for undergraduate students. I'm Devanshi.
And I am Advay. And we will be your hosts for today, and we'll ensure that you have a comfortable transition in your new life here at Kharagpur. Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey for all of you.
Beyond academics, campus life here is bustling with activities. From our annual cultural fest, Spring Fest, to the tech extravaganza, Kshitij, and the sports fest, Shaurya, there are numerous events where you can showcase your talents, learn new skills, and have a lot of fun. The lush green campus, state-of-the-art facilities, and supportive environment make IIT Kharagpur a second home for its students.
As you embark on this new chapter, remember that every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Engage in these diverse activities, take advantages of all the resources available, and make the most of your time here. Your journey at IIT Kharagpur will be filled with moments of joy, learning, and discovery.
This induction program is designed to help you get acquainted with the rich traditions, culture, and values of our esteemed institution. Over the next 4 days, you will participate in various activities, meet many inspiring people, and get a taste of the vibrant life at IIT Kharagpur.
Now, let's talk about all the exciting activities planned for you over the next few days. Today, you will be introduced to the various dignitaries in the college, ensuring that you have all the information you need to navigate through your college life here.
We also have a series of cultural performances lined up, showcasing the incredible talents of our students in the coming days. From music to dance to drama and poetry, you're in for a treat. Starting with today, we will introduce you to the key functionaries of our institute. These are the individuals who ensure that the institution runs smoothly and provides an environment conducive to learning and growth.
I would like to call the chairman of the Induction Program 2025, whose dedication ensures that this program runs as smoothly. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Arun Chakrabarti. Thank you, sir. I request you to have a seat.
Now I would like to welcome the Acting Dean of Student Affairs, Professor Tapas Laha and Professor Uday Shankar Mishra, who are together the co-chairmen of Induction Program 2025. Thank you, sir. Please have a seat. Now, I would like to welcome the Registrar, Captain Amit Jain. Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Please have a seat.
The person I would like to call next is someone whose vision and leadership steer this great institution. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the Honorable Director of IIT Kharagpur, Professor Suman Chakraborty. Thank you, sir. Kindly have a seat. We are honored to have with us today Shri Patil Yogesh Ashok Rao, IAS, Sub-Divisional Officer, Kharagpur, as our esteemed chief guest for the event. Please join us in extending a warm welcome. Thank you, sir. Please have a seat. Now, I would like to call upon the Vice President of the Technology Students Gymkhana, Mr. S. Praneeth Kumar. Thank you, Praneeth. Please have a seat.
We extend our heartfelt thanks to all esteemed dignitaries for gracing us with their presence on stage.
We will begin today's ceremony with the traditional practice of lighting of the lamp and Saraswati Vandana, seeking blessings from the goddess of knowledge and wisdom as we embark on this academic journey together. This will be followed by the Swagat Geetam, We now request all our deans and dignitaries present on as well as off the dais to proceed with the lighting of the lamp.
नमामि सरस्वती तव चरणं तव चरणं तव चरणं नमामि सरस्वती तव चरणं तव चरणं तव चरणं विमलसुसङ्गीत ललितसुकण्ठित विमलसुसङ्गीत ललितसुकण्ठित जीवन सकलसुधारस विकसित श्वेतवस्त्रतन उज्ज्वलधारिणि वीणाकरधृतस्वर प्रसारिणि वीणाकरधृतस्वर प्रसारिणि नमामि सरस्वती तव चरणं तव चरणं तव चरणं प्रणतिभावैर्व्याहरामः स्वागतं शुभवन्दनं प्रणतिभावैर्व्याहरामः स्वागतं शुभवन्दनं शब्दपुष्पैराचरामः श्रीमतामभिनन्दनं शब्दपुष्पैराचरामः श्रीमतामभिनन्दनं प्रणतिभावैर्व्याहरामः स्वागतं शुभवन्दनं स्वागतं शुभवन्दनम् अतिथिदेवा वयं हृदयं सभाजनपात्रं विधाय अतिथिदेवा वयं हृदयं सभाजनपात्रं विधाय प्रीतिकुङ्कुममक्षतैर्भावै समं तस्मिन् निधाय नयनदीपैर्वयं कुर्मो मतिमतां नीराजनं नयनदीपैर्वयं कुर्मो मतिमतां नीराजनं प्रणतिभावैर्व्याहरामः स्वागतं शुभवन्दनम् यथा ज्योतिष्मती जाता निशा शशिना शोभते यथा ज्योतिष्मती जाता निशा शशिना शोभते भवद्भिर्विहिता तथा धन्या सभेयं मोदते उपकृता कुरुते सतां भवतां हि गुणगणकीर्तनम् उपकृता कुरुते सतां भवतां हि गुणगणकीर्तनम् प्रणतिभावैर्व्याहरामः स्वागतं शुभवन्दनं स्वागतं शुभवन्दनं धन्यवादः।
We are absolutely pleased to have Shri Patil Yogesh Ashokra as a chief guest for the event. I request Honorable Director Sir to felicitate Shri Patil Sir with a memento.
We now request our undergraduate student volunteers to welcome our Honorable Director Sir with a memento.
We now request our undergraduate student volunteers to welcome the Registrar, Captain Amit Jain, with a memento.
We now request our undergraduate student volunteers to welcome the Acting Dean Student Affairs, Professor Tapas Laha, with a memento.
We now request our undergraduate student volunteers to welcome the co-chairperson of Induction Program 2025, Professor Uday Shankar Mishra, with a memento.
We now request our undergraduate student volunteers to welcome the chairperson of the Induction Program 2025, Professor Arun Chakraborty, with a memento.
We now request our undergraduate student volunteers to welcome the Vice President of Technology Students Gymkhana, S. Praneeth Kumar, with a memento. Now, I would like to request the chairman of the Induction Program 2025, Professor Arun Chakraborty, to address the gathering and set the context for our induction program.
Very, very good morning, Honorable Director Professor Suman Chakraborty sir, Registrar Captain Amit Jain ji, our chief guest Mr. Patil Jogesh Ashok Rao ji, deans of different academic units, head of the departments, schools and centers, members from the academic and other units, fellow faculty members, VP Mr. S. Praneeth Kumar, proud parents, amicable student friends, media personnel, distinguished guests joined online, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Induction Program 2025 at IIT Kharagpur, I am honored to welcome you all. It's my great privilege to specially welcome to the new UG students present here, who are in our campus for the first time and becoming part of our lovely, challenging, diverse and warm community of IIT Kharagpur family. We look forward to nurturing these young dynamic minds with full of innovative and unique ideas that will contribute for the Viksit Bharat. We will be fortunate to be a part of their educational journey. A special welcome to all parents. We look forward to come in touch and know the exceptional genius young minds you have raised. It will be our constant effort for them to provide a rich learning environment to grow, to discover who they are and how they want to make a difference in the world. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for setting the context. Next, I would like to call the Acting Dean, Student Affairs, Professor Tapas Laha, to the dais to introduce the audience about the institute functionaries.
Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Yogesh Patil ji, SGO Kharagpur, Honorable Director Sir, the dignitaries on the dais, deans, HODs, our beloved faculty colleagues, dear parents and dear students, wish you a very good morning. I'm genuinely happy and proud to welcome you in this induction program and to our freshers. We are really happy to see you all here. Congratulations to all of you. So in these 3.5 days of induction program, the primary aim here is to make you aware about different academic and non-academic units and information in the institute. I'm sure that most of you are by now aware about the motto of our institute, the motto of IIT Kharagpur, which is Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam, which fundamentally means that excellence at work is yoga. What it tries to say, that whatever you do, you try to achieve excellence in that. And at IIT Kharagpur, we believe that to achieve excellence, you need to have overall growth. So again, to have overall growth, we understand that you need to have some information, some understanding of the overall functionaries, overall different facilities what we have at IIT Kharagpur. And in these 3.5 days, our aim would be to let you know about the different facilities at IIT Kharagpur. Can I have the presentation, please? So, as I was talking about the motto of IIT Kharagpur, which is Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam, and then, in order to achieve excellence, you have to know about different facilities, not only academics. So, I just want to give you a very quick glimpse of all those things you will be knowing in details in these 3.5 days of program. So if it is academic matter, obviously you approach your teachers. All of the students will be having faculty advisors. You reach them, HOD, HOs, head of centers, and finally academic deans and associate deans. The point here I'm trying to make is that if you are having any kind of problem, be it academic or non-academic, please communicate to us, to communicate to different sectors. For example, if it is non-academic, like hostel related, then definitely you approach hall office, wardens, and then finally HMC chairman, right? Similarly, you have Gymkhana related problems, you must approach President TSG and different functionaries there. And for your well-being, we have hospital, well-equipped hospital, and then obviously we have counseling center, CERT. So again, I request all of you, any kind of problems you are facing, be it academic, non-academic, don't keep it within you. Please communicate to us. And ultimately, we have a very effective student body. We have vice president and other general secretaries. So whenever you are having some problems, please approach them. And ultimately, there is Dean of Student Affairs. There, you definitely can come with any kind of problems, correct? So as you can see here, we have associate deans which are related to welfare, similarly administration. So you can definitely approach us. And the last thing, in the last 1 year, last few months, we have taken different drives for the well-being of students, about which our director sir will give you in details, discuss all these points in details. But just to let you know, you must have seen in most of the rooms, if the room has not been renovated so far, you'll be seeing that there's a QR code on the back door, back side of the door, which is having all the emergency contacts. So you just scan that code, and you'll be having all emergency numbers coming from hospitals to security to counseling center, right? Okay. We also have wing representative mechanism, where in each wings there are representatives to whom you can approach for your problems, and those things ultimately will be coming to us. So we will take care of those issues. Okay. Then we have 24/7 counseling centers, dedicated associate dean well-being. Okay. We have female associate dean student affairs, dedicated assistant warden welfare in all halls, right? Periodic well-being sessions we are doing gatekeepers program, where we are training our different personnels like hall personnel, hall managers, security personnel, our assistant wardens. So we're training them about the well-being of students. And then we have periodic yoga sessions and workshops. The whole idea is that you are having any kind of problem, be it academic and non-academic. We are here to help you out. Please reach us. So, and again, for your overall growth, we have a very well-equipped gymkhana, where it is not about sports only, but it is cultural, social events, all those kind of events are being organized in a very, constructive way. So I would request all of you to get involved in TSG activity along with your academics as well. With that, I again congratulate you. I'm very happy to see you all here and wish you all the very best in your next 4 or 5 years. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening the audience. Now I respectfully invite our esteemed Director, Professor Suman Chakraborty, to extend a warm welcome to the new members of the KGP family.
Dear students, and when I say students, I mean so many young minds who are like my son or daughter. Respected parents of the students who are not physically sitting in this room, but at different places, different auditoriums within the institute, and also anywhere else and watching this program live. Respected staff members, and of course, our honored chief guest, with whom I have a student-teacher-like relationship, so I can fondly call him by name as Yogesh, although he's a very important IAS officer, the SDO of this particular district. I welcome you all warmly, each one of you. It is my honor and privilege to greet you in this forum, not just as the newest members of the IIT KGP family, but as torchbearers of a proud legacy that is celebrating the Platinum Jubilee, 75 years of IIT Kharagpur. And you are the first batch to enter into this. In some sense, your status and my status are the same. You are new as a student, I am new as a director. And therefore, ragging in any form is banned equally applies to both you and me. So no one will rag you and no one will rag me. And this limit covers everybody. 75 years ago, in the nascent years of independent India, IIT Kharagpur was born with just one singular vision: to build a self-reliant nation through world-class technical education and research. That vision seeded in the halls of the historic Hijli detention camp. Some of you have seen it. If not, you will see that close to the old building of this beautiful campus. The institute has since then grown into a sprawling institution that transformed the intellectual, technological, and social fabric of the nation and beyond. Today is a very historic day because we have completed 75 years, or rather we are at the doorstep of completing 75 years, not yet completed, but you all step into this legacy. You are not just entering an IIT, you are becoming a part of living, breathing ecosystem of ideas, aspirations, creativity and service. You will walk the same corridors that once echoed with the footsteps of pioneers. The pioneers whose name all of you know, our outstanding alumni who are world famous. Innovators, entrepreneurs, scientists, technologists, social reformers, and the most importantly, nation builders. The alumni of this institution have gone on to shape the world in unimaginable ways, from the Silicon Valley to the Sundarbans. In the truest sense, I am not telling this as a metaphor. From deep research labs to the corporate boardrooms, and from policy think tanks to grassroots level movements. This is a moment of immense pride, but also of deep responsibility. You have come here not just to earn a degree. Earning a degree from IIT Kharagpur is much easier than entering into IIT Kharagpur. Remember this. But to learn how to think, to question, to innovate, and to serve. In a world facing unprecedented challenges, climate change, technological disruption, healthcare crisis, social inequalities, your generation holds the key to building a better, more compassionate, and more sustainable future. At IIT KGP, we are reimagining education for this purpose, and we are going for really transformative education in the coming years. In this Platinum Jubilee year, we reaffirm our commitment to interdisciplinary learning, translational research, and community engagement, all infused together. We are building bridges, not physical bridges, bridges between science and society, between technology and humanity, between excellence and equity. Our vision is not just to nurture top-notch engineers, but nurture complete human beings, compassionate leaders, ethical innovators, and resilient problem solvers. But none of these is possible without you, your curiosity, your courage, your compassion. I urge you to make the most of your time that you will be there at IIT KGP campus. Go beyond the syllabus. We will try to frame the next gen syllabus for you in a way that your syllabus will be mostly out of your classroom, not within the classroom. I will give a short presentation to emphasize what I actually mean. Go explore the labs, the libraries, the fields, the society around IIT Kharagpur, and even your own halls of residence, your hostels. Engage in debates, build teams, fail fast, and rise to the occasion stronger. Listen deeply, question courageously, collaborate generously. And above all, most important, take care of one another. Please take care of one another. This institution will give you wings, but the flight is yours to take. We will give you wings, but the flight is yours to take. As the newest custodians of this extraordinary institution, let your journey here be marked with purpose, perseverance, and human-centric progress. Let your dreams be bold and your actions be grounded in empathy. Once again, I welcome you to IIT Kharagpur. May your years here be transformative, both for you, for the world, and you will go on to shape it. In the next part of my interaction with you, I will take you through a presentation, and this is a very new thing. What I have thought of by shading the mindset of a director is that many of you who are coming to the campus for the first time are very much similar to maybe the sons and daughters of many teachers who will be admitting elsewhere. Nothing known, and yet lot of energy and enthusiasm to be there. Now, when you have uncertainty, you should have something which would give you the comfort. You are all of a different generation. I can remember that in my student life, whenever I used to go to a new place, I would ask someone, "No, where is that? Where is this?" Now you people are much smarter. You want a single mobile app to give you everything, starting from your food to anything you need in terms of studies and beyond. So keeping that in view, keeping the aspirations of this new generation, we have developed a new program, brand new program, which we are unleashing today. It is acronymed SETU. So, remember that this SETU is actually designed for the nation, but on a trial basis, you will be the first people who will be making use of it, the first year students of IIT Kharagpur. So what it is all about, I will go through this journey, and I will go through it a bit more passionately than usual because of my involvement in this entire thing. So SETU stands for Support, Empathy, Transformation and Upliftment. This is the acronym, and the general motto is that where tech meets heart. We are all, there are students who do not belong directly to technology departments, but in this interdisciplinary era, there is nothing as a barrier between technology and what is not technology. Everything is technology. Everywhere AI is used, so everything is technology. So this we are trying to pose as a new era of student well-being, which bridges minds and hearts for a resilient student future, academically, emotionally, physically and socially. And we are trying to build this up as a national model for transformative student care. So all what we will get at the end of this program is an access to this mobile app. This is your all-in-one. In your smartphone it will be there, and it will address most of the essential aspects that you will need to settle in the campus quickly and do wonderfully well. The SETU, what it tries to do, of course, it is realized in the form of an app, but there are lots of physical, human and emotional elements in addition to technology elements. So it is imagined as a tech-powered, empathy-driven, culturally grounded ecosystem. It is scientifically designed, and I will share with you the design, and if I forget to mention at the end, all of you are welcome to contribute to this app in its further versions. I know that this generation is very good in coding and app development and all. You are welcome. Scientifically designed, technology enabled, culturally rooted and compassionately driven. So what we are trying to provide is a layered, inclusive support where we have specially curated mental health program by domain experts, AI-powered emotional monitoring, peer-led engagement and empowerment, belonging through impact, and your connection with some campus peers, mothers, SETU Senani and student volunteers. And I will define what we mean by them. All of you have come to IIT Kharagpur and you know that this is the oldest IIT, and usually the oldest is the largest. But you will be really amazed to understand the gamut of what is there at IIT KGP. We have large number of academic units, including the oldest ones to the newest additions in the BTech program, that is the AI department and the BTech in the AI as a new program. We have broad disciplines, and I don't want to give a Gyan type of knowledge on what these disciplines are. You will have a lot of time to understand that. And what I will tell you is beyond the knowledge that your teachers will provide in all those. I would like to have your focus on one thing. See the number of students, 16,000 plus. And there are many universities in the world which could have millions of students. But I believe there are rare institutions where you have all the students residing on one concentrated single campus. I do not know, it could be somewhere, but very rare, that much I can say. So our challenge is very different and opportunity is very different. Remember one thing, that in every life comes challenge, and the way in which we consider challenge is an opportunity. So addressing the aspirations of this many number of students, it requires something special. It is very different from any other institute of national importance. I will not like to go through the other parts of the slide, which will make you busy in different aspects and you will slowly learn. So I am not focusing on that, but because all of you are students and new students, so you must be having an idea on the distribution of students. So if you see, we have across the departments and across the centers, and we have made a graphical representation of the UG and the PG and research, and IIT Kharagpur is now very well balanced. So roughly half of the UG and half of the postgraduate and research, roughly. So we have a very good balance between the age groups and aspirations and the way in which they are working. If you see across the different hostels or the halls of residence, we have certain distributions. You can already see a huge spike in LBS and MMM, and at least all the boys who are sitting here, I think they're all there at the LBS. So it is like you can say a model hostel for housing so many people. Now, as I told, that what we are going to present you today is some of the basic pillars that you will require for your well-being on campus. Many people start by talking about mental health. I hate to do that. Why, you know? Because it assumes that everybody is mentally sick. And believe me or not, if you try to make that very, very minute, acute and accurate diagnostics, starting from the director to the youngest student, everybody is mentally sick. So then you have to open up a mental health camp for everybody, and nobody will be there for all academics, research and other things. So forget about those. Try to keep in mind that that is reality for one small fraction and hype for the other, which doesn't exist. So we'll talk about certain things which, according to us, is a holistic well-being program, and mental health is a very strong component of that, but it is not all. So for the mental health, we have now a layered inclusive support if someone needs, where we have licensed psychologists, psychiatrists and counselors. We have made a drive to increase the number, and it is quickly going to be almost the double of the number of counselors there. Just 2 days back, I gave an approval of 2 full-time psychiatrists to work closely with anybody on the campus, not just students, but with anybody. 24/7 online counseling via the Your Dost platform. The SAT, which is an upgradation of the previous counseling center for support, acceptance, resilience, therapy and healing, and a new approach of mental health support without stigma. So everywhere what we are trying to do is to create, a blend of technology and human, and that is where we are trying to be different from most others. So that is what I have written in terms of equation. You have come through JEE, so you love equations. So AI plus empathy equal to smart monitoring. In this app, you will have anonymous check-ins for students. You can have real-time alerts via AI-driven system, and I will explain what it is. You have a thread, so you have 3 pillars which are defining your more or less what you are doing in campus. One is your hostel, what you call as hall of residence. The other is academics, that is your department. And the third is gymkhana. So do not get confused by gymkhana that you have to be a very physically sort of a bodybuilder type of person. Then someone who is physically very weak like me would not have existence there. So it is a conceptual notional term. Gymkhana, it means much broader than what it will mean just from the name. And we have developed this entire program with a respect of privacy and cultural sensitivity. Now, on one side you have technology, on other side we must tap the huge human resource that we have on campus. So we have developed a wing level student volunteer program. I will explain you what it is. A student led wellness initiative, which is a combination of the work of various societies, and because of the interest of time I will not mention what are the individual societies, but these societies are of the students, by the students and for the students. So nobody else interferes, and students grow along with those. But students are young people. They require mentorship, sometimes financial aid, and be rest assured that whatever aid you need, we will arrange for it. Don't worry about this. Only we have to understand what is the need, and we are there to help you all. And in this entire cultural ecosystem, we have students as active architects of the wellness culture. But students are all young, and they also need emotional support. Emotional support is not always professional support. Whenever we are sick and we go to a doctor, doctor gives medicine. But along with medicine, you may require a supplementary food or other lifestyle factors to get well quickly. So, to understand that, we have developed an informal care network which is inspired by Indian cultural values of compassion. And it is inclusive of trained, ethical, non-intrusive emotional support. So do not get confused by the terminologies campus mothers and SETU Senani. I will explain what they are, but they are not going to interfere with you for anything and everything. And we have a basic mechanism by which they will be engaging with you only if that is welcome by you and it is necessary. So we have 100+ student clubs and societies, different, small ones and even the big ones. And we are trying to introduce a new program of student engagement projects under the National Education Policy 2020 credits. I will tell you very briefly about this because I may not have time in the remaining part of the presentation. So all of you know by curriculum what? A question paper, and you have to answer the question paper, be it in class test. We have a system of class test, mid-semester exam, end-semester exam. I was just telling someone that compile 4 years BTech question papers from different departments. give the entire question paper to ChatGPT to give answer, or any other generative AI platform, not necessarily ChatGPT. And general impression is that at least 80–90% the answer will be correct, and they will all, the ChatGPT will get excellent grade in everything, and I think 10 out of 10 is the CGPA that ChatGPT can get. So are we going to create you as another ChatGPT? No. So the entire academics has to be revisited, and IIT Kharagpur is going to lead that. So how it will be revisited is by looking into curriculum where if you have straightforward answers from the given knowledge base like books or other ready materials, that you will learn, that you have to learn, but for that you will have access to those materials. Or even you can use these generative AI platforms, nothing wrong with that. But you work with something which trivially a generative AI platform, at least in its current condition, is not able to reproduce. And that is by engaging into different high impact projects which will define the nation and the world. And you will all be entitled to be a part of that, and you must be knowing that IIT Kharagpur has the highest academic body, which is Senate. So if the Senate approves it, it will become your extra credit beyond the credit points that you get out of your regular exams and all these things. So the whole idea is to have your engagement in things whereby project and practical work you learn, and that learning actually becomes a permanent impression in your entire life. And in the extreme sense, it will give you both social innovation and academic growth. One of my early career former students helped me to develop a program which will be slowly unleashing, and this is in supplement with some of the courseworks which are essentially arts of living in human life. So that we are going to introduce many of those course programs, and again the objective is not just to look into mental health crisis, but mental health will be an obvious part of that will come into. Now, all what you have to remember that in this AI era, you need to have more life skills as compared to the kinds of life skills that maybe our generation students used to have. So WHO has 10 life skills which map to individual growth, and they are written here. I am not going to read it out, and you can all see, and these are related to many important qualities, and believe me or not, these are the qualities which develop you emotionally. When your abilities would be measured at some point of time for your career growth, two types of abilities will be measured. Of course, your basic aptitude on the subject, which is related to your IQ, which is not exactly a one-to-one function of your IQ, and all of you have outstanding IQ, and that is why you have cracked all those very tough exams. But the other part, which is equally important and if not more, and will define your journey for the rest of your life, is emotional quotient or EQ. And if your IQ is high and EQ is not so good, you are not really ready for your next phase of life. So we'll try our best to nurture your EQ development through some of these life skills. And these life skills will not be imparted to you through again, Gyan type of lectures, which is not, the whole idea. So we will try to have this system built up. Already 2 modules are there, and I'll try to see that more and more modules are developed in collaboration with IIT Kharagpur. So for each life skill, there will be 2 workshops, and these workshops will be practical ones with soft skills. And there will be short 10-minute capsules, which are the only, so-called theoretical components. And there will be about 15 tools to form a toolkit, which will be your lifetime asset to build up on that, soft skill. Now this is what is learning and education. But you have to remember that your entire development is not just learning or not just education. When you have entered IIT Kharagpur, I think at least 2-3 days all of you have passed, so you have got a reasonable familiarity. But you require more. And again, gone are those days where, when we used to go to our new campuses, would ask, where is this department, where do you get that food court, etc. Those days are gone. So we have developed this app with the menus which will be very friendly to you. Academic information. You must be knowing that we have a ERP system, and you must have registered through that system, which has everything synchronized in the form of what I would call as a computer or smartphone interface, which doesn't require a hard copy to handle anything. So this is linked with the ERP, and you will get the essential academic information that you need. It cannot give you everything, but essential academic information and links for more. About internships and placements. Let me take this opportunity to tell you briefly, and after this I have a session with your parents where I will talk about this more, that a misery of the students come, and it comes to many because of some illusions about placements and internships. And this is completely illusion. This is created by something. You have all done wonderful physics. You know what is Hall effect. There is something in physics which is called as Hall effect. Now I am talking about something which is Hall effect, means hall means halls of residence, that is hostel. So when you come here, you treat your seniors as Einstein in science, Virat Kohli in cricket, Lionel Messi in football. That means they are all in all. So they will give you some mantras which you will believe is so important, then you fall into a trap of life. And this will actually divert you from many things. The entire enjoyable campus will then become your illusion. You will not prepare yourself, but you will start preparing your CV. So you are no more important. What you write in those CVs is important, and that's a killer. And I will tell you that this is something that all of you must be aware and understand properly, how to develop a career where you are more important than your CV. Then we will have a large number of digital acceptance platforms, AI-driven chatbots and appointments. So this AI-driven platform is under the process of building up. Some features are already there, and I will show you. And just like any AI, it is going to be driven by many feedbacks and many inputs on real trial cases, and this is going to be built up. We have certain geofencing to understand the locations of various people, and this we will see that how carefully this can be utilized for the security and safety of all, not just for students. Queries, concerns, and grievances. You know why grievances are created? Because you want to communicate something and nobody communicates back. And after taking over as the director, I tried to emphasize not just to students but for everybody, communicate with transparency. If you communicate with transparency, I am telling this across students, to staff, to faculty, and to the entire administration. If someone is not willing to take part in this communication with transparency, I think IIT KGP is not the right place. Then, so we will have, but all communication has barrier. And when you think of communicate, now I get flooded with almost 1,000 emails per day just from students. Sometimes they realize, students are the most intelligent and smart people on the campus. And they realize that if I tell the director and if director is somehow seeing the mail, something will happen. This is a hope. But that person also has to understand that director is not a robot, and director has so many work to do, so director may not get the opportunity to open that email. So it is not a scalable system. It is not a viable system. So we have a structured way of your communication to different sets of people. In your halls, you have the hall management, and you have wardens and assistant wardens. We are going to have more full-time professional people in the halls depending on various other possibilities. We are trying to work on that. So that is one aspect. And on the top of the hall, you will have the chairman HMC. Professor Srivastav is sitting here, and according to me, he is the most important person on campus. So for everything related to your hall life, it is the office of the chairman hall management committee who is looking into that. That he is not alone. There is a huge team which is supplemented by the team of the Dean Student Affairs. Very soon, I will be introducing some new Dean portfolios, and you will have now 2 Deans to work with you. One is the Student Affairs usual, and another is Student Affairs just for wellness. And therefore, there will be a dedicated Dean who will look into only your wellness aspects, whereas the other Student Affairs Dean will look into not your ill-being, but many other things which are not explicitly connected with your wellness. So you will have connectivities. Gymkhana. So Gymkhana is going to be a very, a platform which is not just for sports and cultural activities, something beyond. So we are restructuring the Gymkhana. We have already started with this, and you have a very dedicated professor who is the president of the Gymkhana, which we call as TSG, Technology Students Gymkhana, Professor Mahakut, who is sitting in the front row. So all what I want to say is that we have a structure. And for your mental health support, we have the SARTH, which is a center which is an advanced form of the previous counseling center. But I do not call it just a mental health problem that people may have. Health means both physical and mental, and sometimes they are related. I often find that if I am not physically well, it is affecting me mentally also. So mental and physical all are connected, so I would say health. So we have a BC Roy Technology Hospital within the institute, which is like a primary healthcare center, but it is what I would say that in the form of a primary healthcare center, perhaps the best primary healthcare center that I have ever seen. You should not confuse it with the purpose of a main hospital. I have been in different campuses. I was a student of IISc Bengaluru, and in my time I had a health center. I know our BC Roy Technology Hospital is much better than that. So the question is that what are we having beyond this? All of you may be knowing or may not be knowing that IIT Kharagpur has almost come towards the completion of a very ambitious hospital development project, which is the new super specialty hospital. It is almost ready with the structure, and we are looking into certain other things so that the emergency and the inpatient unit, they come to the ground quickly. And be rest assured that as you grow into your senior classes, at any point of time, that will be open for very high level diagnostic or disease detections, and also the inpatient service. Currently it is giving mostly the outpatient service. For the well-being, there are many aspects, and I will be brief in that. Now there are many connects that we are developing. See, the name SETU has been curated very carefully. So SETU, we all know, is a bridge, and bridge connects different things. So conceptually, a bridge can connect between hopelessness to hope, between darkness to light. But on the ground, it can connect you with different people who can actually define the rest of your life. Yesterday, after returning from my office at about, what time, maybe 9 p.m. in the night, I had 2 long hours of meeting with our distinguished young alumni, one set of people, not, they are huge in number, but one set of people. And everyone is very, very enthusiastic that we have now created a platform which is called as Alumni or Celebrity Connect. So that means, see, all of our alumni by definition are celebrities, and you have heard many of their names as celebrities. All of you, even if you do not know the name of one distinguished alumnus, you will all know the name of Mr. Sundar Pichai. So, that is, one name will give an example, and believe me or not, there are n numbers of such people who may not have got into such a position which will automatically attract attention, but they are great in their fields. We have in record about 90,000 alumni, and we are going to create a direct contact between you and the alumni. And in that way, they will be a resource of the rest of your life, a natural mentorship that you will get. So they have gone through different phases of life. Some of the alumni were telling me that the kids of these days do not know the kinds of ups and downs by which we have all gone through. The issue is that you take the life in the viewpoint of an extrapolation graph of your preparation for the JEE, and that is a killer. Forget about JEE, that is closed now. No more JEE is going to be important, and get into a different mode altogether. Alumni will help you to transit to this new phase of life. So there will be lots of, what I would say, motivational talks. We have a Partho Ghosh Academy of Leadership, which has been set up by a legendary alumnus who is known to be a great thought leader in the world. He lives in the Boston area, and according to his vision and with his donation, we have the Partho Ghosh Academy of Leadership at IIT Kharagpur. So from sometime soon, we will have a weekly lecture series which will be primarily alumni driven to interact with all of you, and where alumni will share their experiences of life with all of you. And people talk about internship. Alumni say that we are ready to provide internship platforms. 90,000 people and your every batch is only 1,500. So you can understand the immense opportunity that you can have with them. Amenities, and these amenities would mean what? The amenities would mean many things. So when we people used to go to a new hostel, we would like to find some canteen, mess, etc. Now you people are smart. You have your smartphone, and you will definitely try to see that those food apps, how quickly they can deliver food from which hostels. And you can refer to those food apps anyway, but we have kept it in this SETU app itself. So everything that you would require for day-to-day purchase, small items, big items, your entertainment, and even if you are ill, what to do, and all these things. So all those things are there. 24/7 helpline and SOS in the same platform. And your hostel accommodations, activities, and many more things. So we have certain key features. I will talk about these key features. So if you see this app can be used by student, the most important users, the admin, and I will say what do we mean by admin, and your guardian, who may be your parents or even some other ones who are assigned to take the role of your guardian, that is also okay. The admin will generally mean the structured admin and a bit of unstructured admin who are there to help you, and we will give them different levels of access. So the admins can be mentors, faculty advisors. So whenever you are in your department, you are assigned one faculty advisor. So faculty advisor is the teacher of the department, and the faculty advisor is your primary link between yourself and the department. Make sure you have a good connection with the faculty advisor, and faculty advisors are also advised to keep good connection. The challenge is, what I have learned, that typically the ratio of student is to faculty advisor is greater than 100, and it is not good. So we are trying to supplement that with something so that the faculty advisors also have a realistic situation. But you remember that faculty advisor is not all. So we are having so many roles, and they can converge, that you can interface with many such people. So you'll have mentor type of people who will be supplementing the faculty advisors. The difference between faculty advisor and other mentor is that faculty advisors will know more about your departmental academics, which other people may not know. But it doesn't matter actually, because in most of the cases, believe me or not, you also do not know about many of the new academic programs, and your faculty advisor also doesn't know. So it really is a learning for both you and your faculty advisor. So in a way, what you should have more is a bit of more structured interaction beyond faculty advisor. So we have health professionals. I have written health professionals generalizing both mental and physical health, wardens, and the campus peers. So there will be different menus, and you can see these menus are there to resolve certain things as quickly as possible. And but the most important thing, and that I will discuss more in the session with the parents, that the role of the parents. And because I am not having this particular session focused towards this, at least I want to apprise this to the parents who may not have time today to be in that session, but all this thing is, you may or may not be knowing, this is actually telecast live on YouTube. So you can mention that it is being telecast live, and your parents can just watch using this link. Not just now, maybe they are busy with their work, but later in the evening or at some other time. So we'll be having this one access of this app to your parents. Be rest assured, they will not be chasing you just like in the way they used to chase in your school days. So that we will try to have your freedom protected to the extent possible. But it is very important also for the parents to understand your dynamically changing aspirations. And this is where most of the parents struggle. They are still in that JEE mindset. This rank, that institute. So that mindset has to be changed. And this platform will give them a natural connect with not just you. With you they have connect with your mobile phone and all these things. But the connect with the others who also care for you. And it's a two-way connect, and I will later on tell you how that connect is established. Now, this is for students. So I will briefly tell you, and I will run a movie towards the end to show how this app works. So we have a dashboard. So this dashboard has all the, I cannot say all, because we cannot imagine all what will be required, but most of the important items in the form of icons. Then we will have appointments. You may require appointment with a medical person, with a mentor or faculty advisor, with a counselor, or for any academic support. So you can directly create appointment through this, not write emails and all, then it's a problem. We have emergency support for different situations. And this is very important, and I am also in the process of developing an emergency task force on campus. That means anything happens, they will just rush. And they will be very dedicated to do this. And of course, mental well-being and activities related to that. So what are these things? So we have collaborated with various partners, And there is one foundation, Wheels Global Foundation. This is a foundation, Pan IIT Foundation, and it is championed by all IITians. And this foundation has many active roles for both mental and physical health. They have previously been in tie-up with a few other IITs because they are basically made out of IITians. So there it's seamless. And very recently we have signed an agreement with them. So they have this Peak Mind, a program, and its URL is written and you can yourself see what it is. So it has a whole lot of activities, conversations, and different apps which people can use. And by using AI to understand what students are doing and their patterns of using different apps, it tries to generate certain inferences. And that inference sometimes helps everybody, other students, faculty, staff, or any mentor, to appreciate certain conditions. To a large extent, some of them can be related to mental health. So if you could run these movies, if those of you who are sitting, controlling the thing. So first click the left, and so this is, some extreme from food to food for thought. Just click the left one. So click the left one and the video will run. Yeah, just click it. So this is like, in the same app, you will get all the, food, sort of, whatever is available with your home food supply at IIT campus, everything is there. And if you go to the right, just make a click. So it is a AI driven chatbot, which has a bit of, automation. So if you go to, for example, some online insurance or reservation, the AI driven chatbot will give you some essential things, and once you go beyond that, what AI cannot do, then humans interfere. So certain basic things you want to learn about, some rules, leave attendance, all these things that you can learn through this. So this is one. Now most importantly, and where I want all of you to focus on, see, if you interact with the alumni, the very successful alumni, how they have become successful is not by getting a very high grade in exam, but striking the right balance between their study and other aspects of life on campus. So there are many other aspects, and the VP will explain later on about many other aspects of students' life, starting from our Tech Fest, Spring Fest, the illumination event during the Diwali, and several international festivals. And in the next 1 year, the campus will get flooded with such things because of the celebration of the Platinum Jubilee. So you will all be a part of this. So this is what you can see is symbolizes the teamwork of IIT KGP students. So during the Diwali, you have this illumination, and this illumination is made by a design where if you look at the ground level design, these are all earthen, diyas, and when you make a pattern out of that, see, this is what is teamwork, this is group work, and you have small bit of thing, everyone is contributing, no skill is required, but on the top, it is giving a new dimension to this. So, as you explore IIT Kharagpur, and we all will realize that this is a campus like no other.
In the vast expanse of our world, where dreams scattered like stars, one pulse sparks mind. Right here in Eastern India lives a world of innovation, heritage and life. Welcome to IIT Kharagpur, where minds rise and a nation is built. This isn't just a gate, it's a launch pad, etched in emerald, kindling tomorrow's blaze. Step in, feel it, and breathe. Under the ancient trees that whisper ambitions, the campus hums with purpose, passion, and possibility. The greenest IIT, not just in color, but in thoughts, not just infrastructures, it's a forest of ideas. When you are lost, this green holds you. When you bloom, it celebrates you in turn. At its heart stands the iconic main building, a symbol of legacy and ambition. Within these walls lies the institute's administrative heartbeat. Established in 1951, IIT Kharagpur is the first and the largest IIT, a 2,100-acre oasis where nature and knowledge grow side by side. The Platinum Jubilee of the Institute starts on August 18, 2025. Let's get immersed and gear up for a grand celebration. This land has seen history and it continues to make it. Every wall is a witness to its glorious legacies. From the foundation of the old building to the Indian Knowledge System Center connecting the past, present and posterity, IIT KGP blends traditions with tomorrow. From the wisdom of Nalanda to the age of Takshashila, knowledge here flows like a river, disciplined, daring, yet deep. Departments aren't just walls and lectures, they're cauldrons of curiosity, creativity and innovation. Here growth is nurtured not just in labs, but in life. When the lights go up and the beat drops, every street echoes with passion. Every step is a celebration. Culture grows in Springfest and tech ignites in Kshitij. Drama, dance, debate, music, magic unfold beyond exams and evaluation. And when the working week winds down, the reel rolls on. Blockbusters, indie games, timeless classics, cinema finds its own spotlight here. Stretch, sweat, scream, be alive. From field to court, from gym to goal, this campus believes in a fit body and fuels a free mind. Whether it's inter-IIT glory or friendly hall tournaments, the spirit of competition thrives, and so does the spirit of community. When hunger knocks, KGP feeds more than stomachs, it feeds souls. From late night Maggie to fresh paneer tikka, from global cuisine to local chai addas, there's a bit for every mood. When the clock stops ticking, there's tikka, where every KGPian stops by at least once. Ideas are grilled, friendships are spiced. Over steaming kulhars of cutting chai, addas bloom like ideas, casual, chaotic and brilliant. From memes to mechanics, heartbeat to hackathons, every aspect of life is felt and realized. At Tech Market, a student needs nothing more. Everything is stitched into routine, ready for rest. As brilliance means nothing without balance, IIT KGP listens to the silence too. With counseling centers and the Center for Campus and Community Life Management, we build not just sharper minds, but stronger hearts. Well-being isn't a luxury here, it's a priority. With a full-service hospital on campus, we believe a healthy student is a happy soul. Care is coded into this campus. From the very first day, your hall becomes your family. Your room, your little universe. The Hall Management Center ensures that every pillow holds peace and every corner builds community. From cozy rooms to vibrant hostel nights, this campus makes sure no student ever feels alone. Here, borders blur and cultures blend. When the night sky hushes, the campus erupts in a symphony of flame and faith, with art carved in lines of light. This is not just a place to study, it's a place that studies you, your needs, your growth, your well-being. A place that sees the student as a whole, mind, heart and hopes. Here roots run deep and dreams rise higher. This is IIT Kharagpur, not just an institute, but a way of life.
So now I come to the app, and this will be a snapshot of the app. Before we open the app to all of you, there will be a QR code. You can just take a snapshot of that, and then app will be yours. So what we are going to connect in this app? As I told you, that you have some pillars of your campus life. We have talked about most of those pillars. I have purposefully not talked about the human pillars, and they will be the last points before I come here. As I told you, that we have 16,000 plus students, and as the director, I would be very happy if we have each student deeply connected with a true human having all qualities of a modern human. But it is impossible. You cannot scale it up. So we have these automated systems, AI-driven chatbots, lecture series, motivational talks, alumni connect, parent connect, and we'll be having a very regular series of online meetings with the parents on a hall level. So all these things we'll be doing. But then, what about the humans who stay on this campus and love all the great students? So we have 3 types of people. One is someone who is having an affection of a mother. Please do not consider it as a gendered terminology. The concept of mother, we say Bharat Mata. So that doesn't mean that we are talking about a particular gender for something. It's a symbol of love, affection, unconditionally. Whatever happens, it is there unconditionally. You people will usually not like to be there as a part of a system where you will be deeply monitored by people like your parents. At this age, it happens to everybody. We have also passed through this age. Because you have so much been monitored by parents and you have come to this stage, you want like a vacuum, to be released. But from my own experience of life, I can say, at this young age at least, that when you have good moments, you don't require these people. And if your mommy or papa is giving a phone, you feel bad. Wasting time, and we have other things to do. But when you have a very difficult time for whatever reason, perhaps you wanted to connect with them. In the most difficult moment of life, I know someone who is 70 years old and his mother is 90 plus, cannot move and cannot even think well. But he also in his emotional moment thinks that if mother could be there, knowing fully mother cannot do anything. So mothers are these type of people. Equally fathers. I am a father. If I talk more about mothers, I am undermining myself. So the whole idea is that you should have such type of peers with whom you have access. And access to open yourself up for whatever reason. And as a teacher, I always like to do that. We have our research students who are spending more time with us as compared to the students who are doing courses. And at some point of time, they become almost like part of our family. So in every little thing, say someone has some achievement, we go and have fun with food. Whatever food, it is not important. We just spend a good time. When we are in stress, see, stress management is a problem in these days, why. Believe me or not, at your age, people like us had 10 times more stress than you have. But what we used to do, see, in those days, teachers were very tough. So they would tell, they will love you, of course, but in a language, sometimes they will tell something which will cover all the animals which are there in the world. So, but then we knew that they love us. It's okay. But when that period is over, at the end of the day, we would just go out and enjoy what we are doing. See, I was not good in anything, and that is why perhaps I did a bit of study. When you realize that you are good for nothing, at least something you do. So, but I wanted to play. So I used to play cricket in a way, perhaps the worst player that the world has ever seen, if it is, unfolded in that way. But the way in which, many others used to play at that point of time, now everything is a professional. So if someone is singing, parents will think that the person will become a Saregamapa star. So whoever cannot be a Saregamapa star is a useless singer. Someone who cannot go to the level of, say, cricket like a Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar level is useless. And then people say, no, it's a work of specialists. So our era was work of, incapable people. So everyone would play, and almost all of them were incapable. So incapable 1 was bowling and incapable 2 was batting. So this is all, that level was normalized. And for 2 odd hours, when you used to work out, the natural thing which used to happen is we used to mix with people. All of you must have heard about this, that there was a person who was very poor, and he was complaining about the poor quality of shoes, that the shoes were not good. Once he went out in the road and someone showed that, see that person, he doesn't have one of his limbs, it is amputated. And at least you have some shoes which are not so good, but in future you will have. But there is a person who even doesn't have an opportunity to do that. So many of you who prefer to be isolated, and why you prefer to be isolated is because of the electronic media. All of us know about it. But we have a solution for you. And this is an engagement program. I talked about taking parts in activities and many other things which will be part of your academic credit. So when you come to that, when you mix with people, just like when you used to do when we used to play in our time, we used to realize that whatever, that is nothing what our teachers told, or, something. There's a much, the life is much broader. Other people are having other issues, and it used to diffuse like that. And these 2 hours of workout will give the blood circulating in the body, and we to forget everything and come back to normal life. This has happened to most in our and our senior generation. You can ask them. Now, it is not that common, because the electronic world and the virtual world of the social media, you know how virtual it is. I have got practical example. Someone posting happy moment picture in Facebook is spending the saddest time in life. So this is what is all virtual. It is created by things. So use social media for social networking, but do not get deep into that. Remain superficial, because that is not your real life. Virtual versus real. So what that real we want to provide you? One is this set of mothers, and we already have more than 50, close to 60 mothers who have volunteered to take part in this. They will be given certain orientation. So be rest assured they will not poking into your normal things unnecessarily. But they will be with you in your difficult times if you are missing your own mother. That is committed. We also have 100 registered as SETU Senani, whom you may consider to be equivalent to elder brother and father. And they will be playing an equivalent role, already registered. These are all volunteers who will be given an orientation to help you at difficult times. But this 150, 200 odd does not scale up. And this is where your seniors, I would give kudos to all the IIT KGP students, your seniors. They have come forward so that we have now created a wing-wise task force. So I'm giving you an example of the LBS hall, because this is where many of you are staying. So each wing, if I remember correctly, will have about 24 rooms, and every room into 3. So 72 people in a wing. So we have on a weekly basis 1/4 of that, that is 18 number of students who will be volunteering selfless. So they will be just at your need or demand, and they will also be very careful to see if you are in trouble, and they will rise to the occasion and try to help. This is not just for first year students. I am giving first year student as an example. This we are scaling up for every student on campus. So this program, which is a student volunteer driven program, is not that students are expert to solve a problem, but for any disease you require to detect before you do anything. So these will be the real interface between the problem solvers and the people suffering from some issues. And this app will connect automatically with your room number and hall number, and with the volunteers who are there in that particular wing, you will get directly connected with them. And they will be extremely engaged to make sure that all of you are having at the grassroots level the comfort that you all deserve to be as IIT KGP students. Remember one thing, that this is such an old institute. Every hostel or every hall will never have the same quality of different things in the room. Make sure that you do not get into a complaining mode but a problem solving mode. As a director, I always like such people. When a faculty member is coming with a problem, I say, fine, I accept it, you also give a solution. And I want to work on the solution. Because when you are in a problem mode and not solving mode, your mind becomes negative. You become critic. In the world, there are people who make films and there are people who criticize films. I think there is more demand for people who make films rather than who criticize films. Remember one thing, that those who work can make mistakes. If for solving your problems, we have meeting after meeting and every meeting will give the agenda of the next meeting, nothing moves. I am a very practically ground level rooted person. I took up this role exactly 1 month back, and then in a war footing mode, we tried to make sure that this app comes on the ground. So it's a 3-week effort which has brought this to ground, and it will have its own limitations. But all the foundations are there. The top app developers of the country are into it. So be rest assured that we have things which are going to make your life better. Be positive and enjoy the time, and I am just giving a brief overview of this app. now this is all for you. Only for first year students, I am requesting anyone who is sitting in a computer and having this QR code access, please do not download it. We do not yet have the bandwidth for all the students. So only for first year students, you can just click and start using. So thank you all very much. I welcome you again to this great institute, and together let us progress for a great next 75 years where IIT KGP should define the progress of the nation and the world. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening the audience. Next, I would like to request our esteemed chief guest, Shri Patil Yogesh Ashok Rao, to address the gathering with his inspiring words.
Good morning, all. Respected Director, sir. Respected all the faculties of these prestigious institutions. Respected parents who are sitting in Kalidas Auditorium. And I can see in front of me all these young minds whose eyes are beaming with dreams, whose heart, it has courage, and mind with a determination, who are going to embark on this new journey. In this prestigious institution, which is one of the historic monument of our country, this institution has pioneered in making innovation, research, and development for the growth of our great nation. So let me first congratulate all of you who are sitting here and enjoying this moment. First come first. Thank you. So I'll be taking 10 to 15 minutes. I'll not take much of your time. I'll speak in Hindi and English. So I think all of you must be on Instagram, and you must have already uploaded a photo in front of the main gate or a reel entering in the institution with a different background music or something like that. So that part is complete. And before starting, let me bring my cheat habit from engineering. Right. So, Director Sir asked me 2 days back, Yogesh, we would like to have you as our chief guest to interact with these young students who are going to embark on this new journey. So I was thinking, and Sir said to me that it should be a motivational speech. But this hard work, determination, self-discipline, consistency, commitment, all these words, you know, these are common words, and all of you are here. It is a proof that you have followed all these words, right? You are staring at the screen for a long time in your JEE preparation. You are aloof from all of your friends. You are aloof from all the family functions, and studied for a long time in the last 2 years. And finally, you are here, sitting in your dream institute. So you know all these hard works and everything. So I'm not going to speak about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share you my journey. So Sir said to me that we have a teacher and student relationship. I'm a mechanical engineering graduate from College of Engineering, Pune, from Maharashtra, which is another historic institute of our country. So, like you, many of you must be poster boys and girls in your hometown, right? बड़ा बड़ा poster लगा होगा जहाँ पे आपका photo है, हर institute आपका photo लगाया होगा, right? You must be heroes or demigods in your own villages or your own hometowns. And this ज्ञान which I was supposed to give, actually 2 महीने से आप ही लोग आपके siblings, आपके relatives, जो relatives कभी आज तक बात नहीं किए, but the moment you stepped into IIT, like ये हमारा बेटा है, ये हमारा बेटा है. And you know, those who scored like exceptional rank and they will go on going interview. मैंने उसको बचपन में बोला था, बेटे ये जो तू कार से खेल रहा है ना, that means you can become engineer, right? So they'll make up such stories and they will take all the credit for your hard work, right? So ये ज्ञान जो hard work का है, you must be giving to all your siblings, your relatives, and every one of them. So I'll share you a bit of my story. Like you, I was also a poster boy. I was second in my home district. I was second in my home district and graduated with flying and scored very good marks. And with flying colors, I was in this institute. Today, when I was coming from my residence, it was raining heavily, and somehow the nostalgia hit me that, like 12 years back, even I was going in this first year, and initially, I had this electronics and telecommunication branch. So that was the branch I got initially, because I gave importance to college. I wanted that college. But I was like, okay, I want to switch to mechanical, because mechanical, which I always loved. So I inquired in the college, and they said to me, yes, Yogesh, you can switch to mechanical. The only criteria is you have to score pointer like 9.4 CGPA, 9.5 CGPA. So I was like very committed, self-determined, and I was like, abhi 9 point score karna hai. There is no distraction. I'll be focusing in library. Actually, I went to library for first 7 days, regular basis. And one day, miraculously, there was one vacancy, and I switched to mechanical, and all my determination evaporated. So I was like, now let's enjoy college life. So आपके सभी के parents बोले होंगे, all the teachers कि बेटा 12th तक पढ़ो, उसके बाद जिंदगी तुम्हारी set है, go to a good college, and your life is set. But you will gradually realize from 29th onwards, when you will go to your classes, that was a myth, and you were living in a bubble, because you will see the 12th and engineering is big step up. It is a big step up. But like you guys, I was also naive, and I believed my teachers. After all, teachers, they are also gods, and I thought that, okay, my teacher said that after 12th I should enjoy, and I enjoyed. I really enjoyed. I was living in Pune, so I was going to the metro city for the first time. I come from a village of Nanded district of Maharashtra. It is a corner village having population of 2,000. I did my 10th standard in my own village. I did my 12th standard in my own village. I studied till 10th standard in vernacular Marathi medium, right? Now going to Pune, it was a huge step up for me. So I was like, let's enjoy. And all of you know Ganesh festival is a big festival in Maharashtra. So around the August time, when I entered in college in July, August time Ganesh festival was there, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It came at a cost. In my first semester exam, my pointer dipped. And like all of you must be aiming, and my aim, remember, right? I aimed for 9 pointer. My pointer was like 7.6. 7.6. My father is a teacher. Many of you must be having your father must be teacher. Teacher लोग बहुत danger होते हैं. Okay. So my father was unhappy. My father was unhappy. But more than him, I would say, I was unhappy with myself. I thought that I could do better. I could do better. And then I formulated a strategy. So director sir will excuse me. There will be few things. I'll all follow the decorum, but I'll give them some tips. So teachers, if they do not hear it, it will be good for these younger siblings. So I devised a strategy. I used to approach each and every subject very strategically. So from second semester onwards, I used to score, okay, this is easy subject for me. Okay, what I need to do, I need to focus more on this. I'll bring 10-pointer in this, right? So I used to get that. And the much more which are difficult ones, I used to develop good relation with teachers. So I used to develop good relation with teachers. You know, they have 20 marks, never forget. So never forget that they have 20 marks, which are very, very important. So, you know, I used to sit, especially for those subjects where I was lacking, I used to sit on front bench. I used to answer every question. And even if I didn't have a doubt, I used to make sure that every 3 to 4 days, especially before exams, I used to go and meet, Madam, ma'am, there was a subject called a theory of machine. So Professor Bhavikatti was there. Madam, you know, I was having this, how this gear design can be done and something like that. And Madam used to explain me for half an hour. Until that time, I used to make a very good relation with her. And mind you, in all such subjects, I received 20 out of 20. Okay, so this is the trick. So these are some cheat codes, okay? These are some cheat codes which I used to do, but I really loved thermodynamics. Sir is there, sir can relate with me, heat transfer, thermodynamics. These were some of like, I had automobile and I had great passion with them. But you know, there were subjects like fluid mechanics, I really hated it. You will see that why I am saying that. Fluid mechanics, I really hated it, okay? So, because it was tricky for me, okay? But, you know, when I progressed throughout the college, first year, so I didn't tell you, first year in my second semester, I scored 8.79 CGPA. And consistently from that point, I never scored below 8.5. My CG after 4 years was 8.62. So it was a decent CG, I would guess, after my crash down in my first semester, because you will realize that pointer in first semester, it matters. It will help you to boost your CG. So when I was progressing through college, all of us, you know, have fears. Fears of failure, fears of peer pressure. Director sir, let's put your hands together and congratulate our dear director sir for introducing us to this SETU platform. Sir, this is really a wonderful initiative. And as you are trying to take this platform to all the institutions in our country, definitely I'm sure that all these institutions, they'll follow your footmarks and they will adopt this approach. So when I was, you know, there was a peer pressure, there were expectations, your own expectation. Achha, by the way, I heard that, last 3 days I was in campus. Okay, I was in campus and I heard that many students, अच्छा ये ब्रांच का प्लेसमेंट कितना है जाता है, कितने लाख का पैकेज मिलेगा मुझे, ओके यहाँ इस ब्रांच से हमें 1 करोड़ का पैकेज मिला है, ओके दिस इंटर्नशिप आई विल बी डूइंग. My dear friends, I still remember when I entered my college, I was focusing on खाना कहाँ अच्छा मिलता है, which sports I am going to play, and where I am going to roam in the city. That was this thing. I never cared about initially, I never cared about I never cared about placement initially. Okay, so they started, these expectations are there, and there are again, your own expectations are there. Definitely, you have cracked this JEE, you have done excellent work there. That does not mean that you will continue to just be a bookworm and just completely immersed in book. There is a much more life in the campus. There is much more life in the campus where you can enjoy different festivals. They have mentioned, whether it is Kshitij, whether it is Shaurya, whether it is ILU, I was there for both the ILUs. I came there, I watched it. It was really, really wonderful. So these expectations are there, and along with that, you have to manage this study-life balance. But then there are two, again, a difficult set of expectation. One, जिन्होंने बोला था यही हमारा बेटा है जिसने IIT क्रैक किया है, वो लोग आपके बेटा अभी तुम IIT में गए हो, तुम्हारा लाइफ तो सेट है, तो कहाँ कितने करोड़ का पैकेज मिल रहा है, वो लोग एक रहेंगे. एंड ऑफ कोर्स इन कालिदास ऑडिटोरियम देयर आर पेरेंट्स सिटिंग. प्लीज नेवर यूज कि शर्मा जी के बेटे को इतना पैकेज मिला था. सो लेट्स गो बियॉन्ड दैट, कि कितना पैकेज मिला था. बट इन द प्रेजेंट वर्ल्ड what I would focus is on gaining the skills, because each and every day you are more aware to it that technology is changing exponentially. We never know that we guys are sitting here today. After 4 years, we never know what kind of technology tools we'll be having with us. So yes, so pointer CGPA is important. I'm not saying that CGPA is not important. Definitely it is important. Definitely you should focus on your curriculum. But the way I loved it, there were subjects which I really loved going to those classes, and there were subjects where I hated. Okay, so that is a path of life. You will feel at times, okay, I am not making any progress. There will be days you will feel very, very distressed. You will feel that nothing is going, this life is not worth living. But giving up was never an option for me. After that, you know, I studied for IAS. So that I'll come to later, that I'll not speak much. But when I was preparing for an IAS exam also, you know, right, 15 lakh people, they appear for prelims exam, and only 800 to 900 people, they make it to the final list, and out of that 180 people, they become IAS. Right? So there was a huge uncertainty. I graduated in 2017. I gave my first attempt in 2018. I secured All India rank 231 in my very first attempt. I was selected in IPS. Again, father being teacher, unko laga ke IAS. Story is not closed here. I had promised my father, I'll become an IAS officer, okay? So my father said, "Arey, tumne to bola tha tum IAS banoge." And I really wanted, because I really wanted to serve in IAS. It was not like pressure from my father. So I appeared again. In successive attempt, I cleared again with All India rank 63, and I joined Indian Administrative Service. So it was not about that. Definitely I had bad days. I would say not bad days, bad weeks where I didn't feel like to study. But I continued. The way you guys did in your JEE exam, definitely there were bad days, bad weeks, but you continued. And this excellent platform which is there, that platform is there, but I'll focus much more which is there this campus has to offer, because I am witness to this campus since last 1.5 years. I am in Kharagpur since last 20 odd months, and IIT has been more generous to me. I use Gyan Ghosh athletic track, आप लोगों ने देखा होगा. So I was regular there. I used Gymkhana. I used Tata Steel Stadium. We came there, we played cricket a lot of time, we played football a lot of time. And you guys don't know, right? You guys have a campus with 60-kilometer road. And with pride, I can say that I have traveled on all those 60 kilometers because I did marathon practice here. I ran marathon of 25 kilometers in Calcutta. For that, I was practicing here. So each and every part of campus, I have explored. This is a wonderful campus where you will get an opportunity to explore yourself, to build friendship, bonds, which are going to be lifelong, right? So these events which like these Kshitij, whether it is Shaurya, whether it is Kshitij, whether it is Spring Fest, here you will make real friendships. Here you will connect with people. And those people who are sitting with you, you never know. These guys can be your co-founders with you or in your startup tomorrow. These guys can be administrative leaders, politicians, and actors. You never know. Like IIT Kharagpur itself has a huge base in diverse field. So definitely, you need to build those friendships. Coming to the next part, when I was talking about fears of examination, so examination may, you know, all these next 3 months, the campus will be all buzz with all these activities, but just 10 days before end semester exam, you will see pin drop silence. And there will be one person who will be God, like our time it was there, it was a Xerox machine guy. Our time, that guy was a God, he knew more than any other student. सर आपको मैकेनिक्स पढ़ना है, ये नोट्स है, ये सर आपके बैचमेट ने दिए, these notes are good. सर ये टीचर्स के नोट्स, हाँ सर मैंने टीचर से बात किया था, उन्होंने नोट्स दिए हैं, यही वाले क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. That guy was demigod in our college and we used to like worship him. We used to worship him and he used to be very helpful. Those late night preparations I can never forget. In our college they used to serve midnight breakfast because all of us were studying. So I don't know whether we enjoyed studying much or that late night snacks much. So we really enjoyed that time. Again, approach these subjects very carefully. Which are the subjects, which is your strength, where you are lacking, you must, the way director said, you must question. You must study with your friends. It is not about competition anymore. When you are competing in your JEE, it is more about collaboration. You should collaborate with your peers. So, and you will find a range of professor. I'll just share one, I would not take name because this is on YouTube. We had one professor, he was a mechanics professor in our first year. So we used to say, sir, that kinematics topic is remaining, sir. He used to say, we will see that in next lecture. In next lecture, we used to remind him, sir, kinematics topic is remaining. We have seen that in last lecture. So we had this teacher also, and we had a professor emeritus. He was 75 years old. I proudly take his name, Professor Domkundwar. I still remember that he never cared about attendance. He was purely into teaching, and he really cared whether students are learning or not. There was one incident that we had gone on picnic and we did the mass bunk. He came, he did not see any person. He was so dedicated to his job, he used the blackboard, he wrote everything what he wanted to teach, and he went back. He waited for half an hour, no one showed up, and that is the kind of dedication all the teachers in IIT Kharagpur, they have. So definitely, you will get the best of knowledge, but use that knowledge in society, in development of society, development of our country, and development of this civilization. Starting from, Director Sir was mentioning climate change. Whether it is climate change or whether it is clean energy, whether it is AI or whether it is infrastructure, we are nation builders. You guys are going to be nation builders and foundational pillars of our country because we have entered the Amrit Kal. We will be, and you guys will be in your late 30s when 2047, we will be achieving our 100 years. 100 years of independence. So this is a huge opportunity for all of you to give your best, learn the best, and fear not for any challenge you will be facing in this institution. Because it was not only, it is never about those grades. It is also about the personality development. The kind of confidence I am carrying today, I owe it a lot to my alma mater. It has really helped me to gain that confidence. And with that confidence, I had joined this service. And when I had joined this service, you know, all of us talk about hard work and the kind of stress which you are having. Imagine the stress when I had, when as my first assignment here, I conducted Lok Sabha election in 2083 odd booths. Do you know the population of my subdivision? My population of my subdivision is 32 lakh. There are 10 blocks, 8 assembly constituencies. There are 2083 booths. Like taking the personnel there, our election machinery there, our election, those who conduct elections, security forces, managing the election peacefully, it was a mammoth task. But that, you know, when you are confident, the personality development, the sheer confidence which you have, you manage these things. The second assignment was delivering the services at the doorsteps of the people, which is a flagship scheme of Government of West Bengal, Duare Sarkar. In the span of 2 months, we reached to approximately 9 lakh people. delivering every type of services. You must have heard about caste certificates, various social service schemes. They have local grievances that we want this 100-meter road. We used to hear them and we used to solve them. So that we did in the 2-month span of time with the help of technology, with the help of this teamwork, right? So you need to learn these skills which are going to be helpful much more than anything. The bonds which you develop, this is your chosen family. You have chose this institution. So this is your chosen family, your family away from your home, your support system. So gel with them, always be with them. And you know, you never know. Kharagpur has given many people who have excelled in this field, and many people found themselves here, what I want to become. And there is no great example than Mahendra Singh Dhoni. You know, right? He used to work as a TC here in Kharagpur. He found himself that this is not what I want to become. I want to become the cricketer. Like he was a cricketer, but I want to leave everything and focus on my cricket. And what he did wonders for us. 2007 T20 World Cup, 2011 cricket ODI World Cup, 2013 Champions Trophy, and many more milestones, right? So just wonder if he had continued in that job. So your package, your initial salary, your CGPA, you will not remember after a long point of time. But you will remember the decisions which you made here, life choices which you made here, friends you had here, and the memories you made here. So, my dear friends, I wish you all the best. And Kharagpur is an amazing place. All of you must be complaining that there is no urban life outside, and you are not supposed to have urban life. Okay, campus itself is like much more than sufficient to have a good life. And if you are roaming outside of campus, we have watch on you, right? Okay, we have watch over you. We have all these police personnel. The moment you step out of the college, we have police personnel. So if you are doing anything on the bridge, we have police personnel. You will realize that later. The professors are, they are laughing. That means they know it, and we have caught many people there. So be very, very confident. Have a good time here. I am absolutely sure this institution, under the visionary leadership of our director sir, the head of departments, deans, and all the faculties here, mentors here, they are going to help you to shape the future which will help this great nation. And again, I'm really thankful to the director sir for giving me this wonderful opportunity to address them on such an august occasion. So all the best to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening the audience. Now, I would like to invite the co-chairman of the Induction Program 2025, Professor Uday Shankar Mishra, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to all of you. I firmly believe that it's going to be a very enriching, very joyful, as well as it's going to give you a very insightful, walkthrough of your next 4 years of journey. Induction program is beyond formality. It navigates you through a wide range of resources, facilities, opportunities awaiting for you in this lush green campus, which is celebrating Platinum Jubilee. For that matter, you have joined at a very historic moment. I stand here to give word of thanks, a very ceremonial task for any kind of a structured program. And in this, we express our sense of appreciation and gratitude to everyone who has played instrumental role in conceiving the program, in designing the program, and in implementing the program. Let me begin by expressing my deepest sense of gratitude to our visionary director, Professor Suman Chakravarti. Sir, you have led this program from the front, conducted many meetings to guide us that how shall we really navigate, structure, and make it a reality at the ground level. Your talk has ensured that what we are committed to is very inclusive society, what we are committed to is a very comprehensive framework, and this program is going to give 360-degree kind of approach to you about life at KGP. Thank you, sir, for guiding us. I'm very sure your words of motivation to the student is going a long way in shaping their stay career here, as well as a sense of satisfaction to the parents who are watching this program from Kalidas Auditorium. On behalf of the Institute, I express my sincere gratitude to Sri Yogesh Patilji for sparing valuable time, gracing the occasion, and sharing your journey, which has made all of us to believe that there is a larger purpose of a life, and we must not get confused with career and life together. Career is just a minuscule part of it. We have got a larger goal to achieve, and that's what your talk has communicated very effectively. I'm very sure these young cohorts, they are going to draw the important lesson and going to make a decisive direction in their life. I thank our registrar, Captain Amit Jain, for extending all his support and coordinating with all the service units for making this event a very successful one. Expressing my thanks to deans, head of the departments, faculty colleagues who are present and gracing this occasion, and I'm sure that students are looking forward to hear from them in coming sessions. Thanks to Professor Tapas Laha, Acting Dean SA, for giving his insight. My thanks to Professor Arun Chakravarti, Chairman of the Induction Program, for doing all what was needed for making this a great success. No words are enough to express gratitude to faculty colleagues who volunteered for making this program a success one. They worked tirelessly day in for taking care of minute details of the program. We have made a WhatsApp group, and we were realizing that there has been a constant, kind of messaging done for planning, for coordination, and for execution. So I thank all the faculty volunteers for coming forward and supporting the Office of the Dean SA. The management of any academic event, or for that matter, any extracurricular event, would not be successful unless until we have a dedicated team of the student volunteers. I thank the Vice President, Praneeth Kumar, and the student volunteers, Tanun and Yanashri, and others for coming together and helping us and ensuring that every planning is done in a very perfect way. Thank you very much. For any event, support services play a very significant role in meticulous execution of the program. Thanks to all such support services, security section, AV cell, transport department, horticulture, CCM, officials of Netaji, staff of Dean SA office, please accept a sincere thank from all of us for making this event a grand one. Towards the end, I'll say that if I fail to mention any particular name, please accept my apology for that. I'm very sure that the traditional task of giving this vote of thanks would not be complete if I fail to acknowledge your presence here, the newly admitted students, your enthusiasm and energy, which has made this moment very historic. Thank you for coming here. Celebrate your journey, enjoy your learning. That's what is the motto of this induction program. Please feel free to reach out to us. We are always there for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for those thoughtful words.
As we gather here today to celebrate the beginning of your journey at IIT Kharagpur, let us take a moment to honor our nation. I request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem. This is a time to reflect on the values that unite us and the dreams that drive us forward.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all to our esteemed guests. Your guidance and support are invaluable to us.
Now, moving forward, for all our parents, there will be a special session with the Honorable Director's address and interactions with the Honorable Director, Deans, Hall Management Center, and the President of the Technology Students' Gymkhana at the Kalidas Auditorium, and it will be starting soon. We request all the students to inform their parents about the same. All our newly joined undergraduate students are requested to stay seated. I mentioned. All right. We request all the undergraduate students to inform their parents regarding the session that's going to start at Kalidas Auditorium. The Honorable Director, Deans, Hall Management Center, and the President of the Technology Students' Gymkhana will be interacting with all of them. We are going to have a short break and we'll continue with the same.
I request all the undergraduate students to remain seated. We will resume with the program within 10 minutes.
Hello, mic checks. Hello, hello, check, check. Hello, 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 check, check. Hello, mic checks. Hello, check, check.
Good afternoon to everyone. We are going to start our next session here at Kalidas in 5 minutes. So everyone is requested not to leave their place as soon as Honorable Director.
Hello, 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 hello.
That they did all these things in the given circumstances?
Yes, that is because together they could surpass everything
Honorable Director, sir, has arrived. All the parents are requested to be seated. All the parents are kindly requested to have their seat.
Dear parents, we request you all to take your seats. Sit. We're going to start our program maybe in a few minutes only. All right? Thank you all. Dear parents, I request you all again to kindly take your seat. We'll start our program very soon, maybe in few minutes. This program is about the director's address to the parents especially. And then we'll have a short interaction session with you all, where our director sir will be present with the other officials like deans and HMC chairman and TSD president. So in a couple of minutes, we're going to start our program. I request you all again to kindly take your seat, please. Dear faculty volunteers, please see if the parents are getting their seats or not quickly, because we are running short of time. So Professor Srivastav is here. Professor Srivastav. Professor Saha is here, right? Okay. Professor Rajiv Maiti, is he here? Maybe he'll be joining us soon.
Good afternoon and namaste to all the parents. We welcome you to this session, Interaction with Parents by Honorable Director. And I invite upon stage Honorable Director, Professor Suman Chakraborty, sir. I kindly request you to please come up on the stage and take a seat. I also invite upon stage our Acting Dean of Student Affairs, Professor Tapas Laha, our Dean of Interdisciplinary and Biotechnology and Biosciences, Professor Gautam Saha, our President of Technology Students Gymkhana, Professor Jitendra Mahakut, sir, and Chairman of Career Development Cell, Professor Rajiv Maiti. Sir will join us in a few minutes. And Chairman of Hall Management Center, Professor Sanjeev Srivastav. Thank you, professors. So we Indians have long been emphasizing the role of parents in a child's education. We have a famous verse, Mata Shatruhu, Pita Vairi, Yena Balo na Pathitaha, Nashobhate Sabha Madhye, Hamsa Madhye Bako Yatha. Parents who do not educate their children are viewed as enemies, rivals. So a child or a student does not need other enemies than the parents who are not supportive of their intellectual journey, their curiosity of learning, and their epistemic pursuit. So a child who is properly educated will shine bright just like a swan in the group of ducks. Now, a duck is also beautiful in its own way. It is also important in its own way. But the verse emphasizes the active role of parents in a child's holistic development so that you reap maximum benefit, so the student reaps maximum benefits of the amenities and infrastructure that is available. So to conduct this session, Interaction with Parents, I invite our Acting Dean of Student Affairs, Professor Tapas Laha, to coordinate this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Yashri. Dear parents, I again congratulate you all on behalf of IIT Kharagpur Yes, in the morning we had interaction and talk with the students. Now your role in bringing the students here, I mean, we cannot really talk less about that. So I think that we should interact with you. So initially, our director sir will address all of you, and will give you some information and guidelines, and then from there we'll have a short question and answer session, and then we'll end. So I request our director sir, Professor Suman Chakraborty, to take over, please.
Namaskar. It is a great feeling for me to interact with all of you. और मैंने जो डिसाइड किया है कि ये इंटरेक्शन इंग्लिश और हिंदी को मिक्स करके हम करेंगे. तो मेरे ख्याल से अच्छा होता कि हर लैंग्वेज में हम कर सकते हैं. अभी कोई एआई तो डेवलप हो जाएगा कि मैं हिंदी और इंग्लिश में बोलूंगा और आप तमिल तेलुगु में उसको समझ सके. कोई एआई आपका बेटा ही डेवलप करेगा. So my dear parents, guardians, it gives me a great joy to extend a very warm welcome to all of you on behalf of the entire IIT Kharagpur family. Today is a day of great pride, not just for your child, but more for you. You should be very proud कि आपका बेटा या बेटी, whoever has got admission here, they are of course brilliant, no doubt about it. But आपका mentorship अगर नहीं था, तो शायद they would not come to the stage. हर टाइम में हम ये डिस्कस करते हैं कि पिता माता का रोल क्या है. मान लीजिए कि आपका बेटा बेटी क्लास 11-12 में साइंस पढ़ा और आप ह्यूमैनिटीज का है, तो इसका मतलब नहीं कि आपका रोल कुछ नहीं है, क्योंकि आपका जो रोल है वो जो सब्जेक्ट योर चिल्ड्रन आर स्टडिंग उसके साथ कोई रिलेटेड नहीं है. I must acknowledge that because of your love, sacrifice, and the guidance, your children have all come to this stage. I want to let you all know that you are not handing over your children to us. You are not handing over your children to us. You are becoming our partners for their future. मैं ये इसीलिए बोल रहा हूं कि नॉट एज डायरेक्टर, आज मैं आपके साथ जो इंटरेक्शन करूंगा, मैं भी एक बेटा का पिता हूं, क्लास 9 में पढ़ता है और आई फील यू आर सो लकी. वो क्लास 12 में क्या करेगा पता नहीं है. अगर आपका पोजीशन में मैं होता तो मेरा बहुत अच्छा लगता. तो आई एम प्राउड ऑफ यू बट आई ऑल्सो एनवी यू. तो मैं जो बोलूंगा it will be a mixture of my feeling as a director and my feeling as a father. ऐसा नहीं कि only as a director. हमारा कोई एडमिन जैसा फील नहीं है और हम आपके साथ कोलिग जैसा बात करेंगे. We are at a very unique moment in the history of the institution. आपको पता ही है, मैं एक दो गार्जियन के साथ इंटरेक्शन किया. उनका जो बड़ा बेटा या बेटी है यहाँ पढ़ रहे हैं, तो और उनको तो पता है कि हम 75 इयर्स का जर्नी ये लगभग कंप्लीट कर लिया है. तो एज वी रिफ्लेक्ट ऑन द जर्नी, जो हमारा पुराना बिल्डिंग के सामने जो हिजली जेल है, आपने शायद वो देखा है. तो ये सिर्फ हिस्ट्री नहीं है, 75 इयर्स में आईआईटी का ब्रांड कितना तक गया आपको पता है कि एक सीट के लिए कितना तक आपका बेटा और बेटी को फाइट करना पड़ा। तो दैट मीन्स इसका वैल्यू क्या है, और ये वैल्यू है आईआईटी का ब्रांड। लेकिन क्या है कि आपको पता होना चाहिए कि वो तो एक है, लेकिन ग्लोरियस पास्ट में तो हम नहीं बैठ सकते हैं। फ्यूचर का जो डेफिनेशन है, वी वांट टू लीड, और आपका जो बेटा और बेटी है वही फ्यूचर डायरेक्शन देगा। ये आईआईटी सिस्टम कौन सा डायरेक्शन में जाएगा, एंटायर आईआईटी सिस्टम, क्योंकि इट इज नॉट जस्ट 75 years of IIT Kharagpur, it is 75 years of IIT brand which is famous all around the world. तो मैं 2-3-4 पॉइंट के बारे में आपके साथ डिस्कस करूंगा। फर्स्ट पॉइंट, अ रिलेशनशिप ऑफ ट्रस्ट एंड टू वे कम्युनिकेशन। मैंने सोचा है बहुत बार कि आपका जो बेटा या बेटी है यहाँ पर, इनका जो स्टडी होगा वो तो ठीक है, लेकिन आपका साथ हमारा क्या कम्युनिकेशन है? इतना कुछ नहीं है। वो छुट्टी के बाद आप आएंगे, इनको छोड़ देंगे और बस चला जाएंगे, ऐसा इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प। क्योंकि हमारा जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, आपका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऐसा कुछ कम नहीं हुआ है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का नेचर अभी बदल जाएगा। क्लास 12 तक जैसा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी था, अभी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का जो आपका टाइप है वो बदल जाएगा। So on behalf of the institute, I can tell that your relationship with the institute does not end with the admission of your child, it begins. We consider it essential to foster a transparent two-way communication with the parents. और मैं बोलूंगा हमने क्या क्या वो माध्यम से ये करूंगा, ये टोटली न्यू है और मेरे ख्याल से और कोई आईआईटी में ऐसा सिस्टम अभी नहीं है। We will keep you informed and engaged not only during challenges but also most importantly during their achievements and growths. आपको भी पता होना चाहिए। तो हम कैसे करेंगे? आपका जो बेटा और बेटी जो भी हॉस्टल में है, आपको तो पता ही है, यहाँ हम हॉस्टल को हॉल ऑफ रेसिडेंस बोल लेते हैं, एक ही है वो हॉस्टल है। तो हर हॉस्टल में जितना स्टूडेंट्स है, इनको हम ग्रुप में डिवाइड करके वी आर स्टार्टिंग अ पेरेंट कनेक्ट प्रोग्राम। तो पेरेंट कनेक्ट का मतलब है कि वी विल बी हैविंग पीरियोडिक ऑनलाइन मीटिंग्स विथ यू। आपको यहाँ नहीं, ये बार बार आना डिफिकल्ट है, हमको भी ये पता है। ऐसा नहीं कि हर टाइम आपको मीटिंग करने की, ये स्कूल नहीं है पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग के लिए आपको आना पड़ेगा, ये साइन करना पड़ेगा, ये सब नहीं है। इट इज फॉर आवर म्यूचुअल बेनिफिट। तो इसमें क्या होगा? इट्स अ टू वे कोऑर्डिनेशन। यू आर ऑल वेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबल पीपल। आपको पता ही है कि हमारा एक मेंटेलिटी है, सबका ही है, कॉम्प्लेन। तो मैं जब मेरा बेटा का स्कूल का पेरेंट टीचर्स मीटिंग में जाता हूँ, तो मेरा ख्याल में पड़ता है, अरे बेटा बोला वो टीचर अच्छा नहीं पढ़ाता है। तो वो पेरेंट टीचर्स मीटिंग के जाने के पहले वो मेरा कान में डाल देता है, अरे बोलो वो टीचर ठीक नहीं है, वो टीचर ठीक नहीं है। और हम उस क्लास में जाके उस टीचर को बोलते थे, अच्छा कर रहा है, इनको अच्छा से डांटिए। तो क्या है कि आपका जो रोल है, ये रोल के ऊपर हम डिपेंड करेंगे फॉर मेनी थिंग्स। आपको तो पता ही है कि क्लास 12 तक हमारा जो सिस्टम है, उस सिस्टम में प्रेजेंट अपब्रिंगिंग, जैसे ये बच्चे लोग बड़ा हो रहे हैं, आपका बेटा बेटी मेरा बेटा सब एक ही स्टाइल में बड़ा हो रहा है। इट इज वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम हम लोग जैसे ग्रू अप। तो ये आपके लिए और हमारे लिए बहुत चैलेंज है, क्योंकि ये जो बच्चे लोग हैं ना, दे आर वेरी टैलेंटेड, लेकिन उनके सामने इतना कुछ है कि YouTube का इतना सा वीडियो है, ये है वो है, तो मेरा बेटा मेरे को बोलता है, अरे वो क्या पढ़ाता है यूट्यूब में, इतना अच्छा सा वीडियो है। हमारा जमाने में तो ऐसा क्या है, वो किताब, उसके फोटोकॉपी और टीचर्स का नोट, वो येलो कलर का, वो फोटोकॉपी करने के बाद व्हाइट बन जाता है। वही हमारा जमाने का रीडिंग मटेरियल। और अब मान लीजिए अभी क्या है, उसके ऊपर चैट जीपीटी है, जो भी लिख देगा आंसर दे देगा। कोई कोई स्टूडेंट हमको इंटर्नशिप के लिए लिखता है फ्रॉम अदर इंस्टीट्यूट्स, तो वो चैट जीपीटी से लेटर जनरेट करता है, और वो चैट जीपीटी जनरेटेड वो लाइन को डिलीट करने के लिए भूल जाता है। तो वो लेटर आ गया है, दिस पार्ट इज चैट जीपीटी हैज रिफाइंड दिस टू। तो क्या है, उन्होंने कुछ लिखा है, चैट जीपीटी उसको रिफाइन कर दिया। तो ऐसे ही चलता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। तो ये जो जमाना है, इस जमाना में इनको एकदम लाइफ का जो पाथ है इसमें ले जाना इतना इजी नहीं है। ये सिर्फ जेई एग्जाम का काम नहीं है। तो मेरा पहला निवेदन है आपके सामने कि जेई को भूल जाइए। ये पहला है, ये इसको दिमाग में रखने से बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, क्योंकि इनका जो बाद में डेवलपमेंट होगा उसके साथ जेई का कोई संबंध नहीं है। आईआईटी में आ गया है बस वही काफी है। जैसे आ गया है तो उनका जो डेवलपमेंट होगा वो डेवलपमेंट कुछ कुछ उनको ख्याल में रखना पड़ेगा। आप शायद देखा है, सुना है मैंने, जो उनको एड्रेस किया है आपका बेटा बेटी, जो हमारा नेताजी ऑडिटोरियम में है, उनको हमने एड्रेस किया है। तो क्या है कि आपके साथ हमारा जो इंटरेक्शन है ये दोनों टाइप का मीडियम में प्राइमरीली होगा। एक ये सेतु ऐप जो हमने इंट्रोड्यूस किया है, उसमें एक हैंडल है, वो 3 हैंडल है। एक है स्टूडेंट, एक है एडमिन टीचर्स वगैरह जो भी है, और थर्ड है पेरेंट्स गार्जियंस। वो आपके पास उसको एक्सेस आएगा, आपका मोबाइल में वो एक्सेस आ जाएगा। तो क्या है, उसको सही ढंग से यूज करिए, क्योंकि वहां पर आपका बेटा या बेटी को जो भी एकेडमिक नॉन एकेडमिक ये सब है उसका पता आपको चल जाएगा टू एन एक्सटेंट कि जितना तक आपको चाहिए इंफॉर्मेशन। उनका एक मैकेनिक्स का एग्जाम में क्या क्वेश्चन दिया है वो तो आपका इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, लेकिन उनका जो प्रोग्रेस है उसमें कुछ चक्कर क्या चल रहा है, क्या ऐसा पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव, वो सब आपको पता चल जाएगा। और क्या है कि आपका जो इंटरफेस है विथ आईआईटी प्राइमरीली आपका बेटा बेटी के साथ ही होगा, फोन में आप बात करेंगे। तो क्या होता है कि आप उनका जो वॉइस है, उनका जो इंटरप्रिटेशन है, उसके हिसाब से वो सोच लेंगे, लेकिन आपका अपना आंखों खुला रहना चाहिए। तो उसके लिए आपका साथ हमारा जो इंटरेक्शन होगा वो 2 वे इंटरेक्शन। ऐसा नहीं कि हम ऐसा बकबक करेंगे और आप सुनेंगे। यू आर ऑल वेरी वेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबल पर्सन एंड मेनी ऑफ यू आर इन सच अ फील्ड। आप लेक्चर देंगे तो आपको हम यहाँ इनवाइट करना पड़ेगा। हमको आज आप पेरेंट है इसीलिए आप ऐसे इजीली आ गया है। इट इज नॉट सो इजी टू गेट सच पीपल लाइक यू। तो क्या है कि आपको अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है या कंसर्न है, आपको ऐसे बोलना है कि विद द स्पिरिट इन माइंड कि हम पॉजिटिव है, कि इफ देयर इज एनी इशू वी वांट टू करेक्ट इट। सो ये कोई कॉम्प्लेन जैसा नहीं है कि अरे मेरा बेटा का रूम में वो स्विच ठीक ठाक काम नहीं कर रहा है, ये कैसे आईआईटी है कि इसे स्विच काम नहीं कर रहा है। तो ठीक है, लेकिन अगर आप बोल देते हैं ना, वो हाफ अ डे में सॉल्व हो जाएगा। और हम ऐसे ही कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि इसके सॉल्यूशन के लिए जो भी छोटा मोटा है, आपको ये सोचना पड़ेगा कि बाकी आईआईटी के साथ हमारा जो डिफरेंस है 16,000 प्लस स्टूडेंट, ये इतना इजी नहीं है। तो हर स्टूडेंट का, दे आर ऑल ह्यूमंस ना, तो उनका अपब्रिंगिंग, उनका जो सोचना समझना ये अलग है, और इसको एक स्टाइल में ले आना इतना इजी नहीं है। तो आपको ही सबसे अच्छा पता है कि क्या उनका दिमाग में चल रहा है यूजुअली, और अभी क्या चल रहा है। तो उसके हिसाब से जो भी है आपका फीडबैक, और ये फीडबैक हमारा कोशिश रहेगा कि जो भी है, ये देखिए कि नो सिस्टम इज परफेक्ट, और हमारा इतना बड़ा सिस्टम है तो इसमें तो एरर्स तो रहेगा ही। हर जो रहने का जगह है आपका, सब बच्चे लोग अभी फर्स्ट ईयर का तो कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड एक तो हॉल में है, लेकिन इसके बाद भी वो जो भी हॉल में जाएंगे उसका तो कुछ प्लस माइनस रहेगा। वी आर ट्राइंग टू इम्प्रूव द क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ। अभी प्लैटिनम जुबिली में कुछ अच्छा होगा। आपका बेटा बेटी अच्छा टाइम में ज्वाइन किया है तो कुछ ना कुछ तो अच्छा सब पॉजिटिव ही होगा, लेकिन फिर भी देयर इज ऑलवेज अ स्कोप फॉर इम्प्रूवमेंट। तो आप मेरे को, हमको बोलिए, ऐसा नहीं मेरे को पर्सनली, हमको बोलिए, हमारा जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स है, स्टूडेंट्स का इंटरफेस है, सबके साथ आपका परिचय तो होगा ही। तो ये जो ऑनलाइन मीटिंग है थ्रू सेतु ऐप, जो भी है आप बोलिए, और हर इनपुट को हम सीरियसली लें, हर इनपुट को हम सीरियसली, लेकिन हमारा जो रिक्वेस्ट है, हमारा इनपुट को भी आप सीरियसली लें। ऐसा मत सोचिए कि क्लास 12 तक हो गया है, बाकी जमींदारी ये सब IIT का टीचर्स का है। ऐसा नहीं हो सकता। वी शुड इंश्योर कि आपका बेटा और बेटी का जो ग्रोथ है फॉर सक्सेस इन लाइफ, सक्सेस इन लाइफ बड़ा बात है ये, इट इज नॉट गेटिंग मार्क्स इन एग्जाम। तो इसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, आई थिंक इट इज इक्वल विथ यू एंड अस। तो इसको शेयर्ड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होना चाहिए। और मैं क्या करता हूँ, मेरा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में भी मैं ऐसा ही करता हूँ कि कोई बोल देता है ये ठीक नहीं है, ठीक नहीं है, तो मैं बोलता ठीक है, इसको सुधारने के लिए क्या करना है आप ही सजेशन दीजिए, मेरा गुडविल है, मैं कर देंगे। तो उस समय वो सोचता है अरे हम तो, उसका दिमाग में क्या चलता है कि हम तो क्रिटिक है, क्रिटिक तो क्रिटिसाइज कर देंगे, सॉल्यूशन हमारा काम नहीं। तो इससे क्या होता है कि क्रिटिसिज्म बढ़ जाता है लेकिन सॉल्यूशन नहीं। तो हमारा स्टाइल थोड़ा डिफरेंट है कि क्रिटिसिज्म करना चाहिए और सॉल्यूशन को भी सोचना चाहिए। और सॉल्यूशन मीटिंग आफ्टर मीटिंग से नहीं होता है, वो ग्राउंड में काम करने से ही होता है। और हमारा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का ये प्रॉमिस है कि हम ग्राउंड में काम करके वो सॉल्व करने का कोशिश करेंगे। ऐसा मीटिंग, इंटरैक्शन, ये सब इतना फॉर्मेलिटी इसको नहीं चाहिए। नाउ क्या है कि हमको ये समझना चाहिए कि रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हमारा क्या है। हमारा रोल्स क्या है? वी विल इक्विप देम विथ नॉलेज, critical thinking skills and values to face the complexities of a rapidly evolving world। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि दुनिया तो इतना फास्ट बदल रहा है कि जो किताब में लिखा हुआ था वो अभी भी किताब में तो वही स्टाइल का लिखा हुआ है, ओल्ड वाइन इन न्यू बॉटल। ये की नाम से वो कलर बदल जाता है, ये पिक्चर बदल जाता है, लेकिन इतना तक तो चेंज नहीं होता। तो वो लाइफ स्किल आपका बेटा या बेटी कैसे एक्वायर कर सके, ये हम बहुत सोच रहे हैं। और प्रैक्टिकल में भी बहुत प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड उनका काम, इसके ऊपर हम ध्यान दे रहे हैं। तो आपका क्या ध्यान देना है? तो आपको ये दिमाग में रखना चाहिए, योर चिल्ड्रन विल नाउ बी लिविंग अवे फ्रॉम होम। ऐसा है कि for some of you they may have already been living outside home for maybe some studies and all, but for most of you, for most of your children, this is the first time they are going to stay outside their home. And more importantly kya hai, outside the home, and they will be taking their own decisions. ये सबसे important चीज आपको ध्यान रखना चाहिए। Managing their time, choosing their friends and defining their identities, ये सब वो अपने आप करेंगे। और what we want is that they should do this, otherwise इनका कैसे डेवलपमेंट होगा? आज तक ये मम्मी पापा बोलते रहे ये करो वो करो, टीचर्स बोलते रहे, इससे कुछ किसी का डेवलपमेंट नहीं होता। सो वी वांट दैट। लेकिन क्या है कि दे मे बी अनसर्टेन इन सर्टेन थिंग्स, वो उनके दिमाग में कुछ अनसर्टेनिटी बन सकता है। तो वो अनसर्टेनिटी को हमको रिजॉल्व करना है। मैं 2 चीज के बारे में बताऊंगा जिसके ऊपर आपको बहुत ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इसके बारे में स्टूडेंट के ऊपर कंप्लीट इल्यूशन है। नंबर 1 इंटर्नशिप एंड नंबर 2 जॉब। क्या होता है कि स्टूडेंट लोग यहाँ आने के बाद एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम ये बच्चे लोग उनको पेरेंट्स के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, एट यंगर एज टीचर्स के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। आईआईटी में टीचर से ज्यादा उनका हॉस्टल के जो लोग बोलते हैं उसके ऊपर ज्यादा डिपेंड करता है। तो क्या है, हम इसको लूजली बोलते हैं हॉल इफेक्ट। ये हॉल इफेक्ट फिजिक्स का हॉल इफेक्ट नहीं, हॉस्टल का इफेक्ट। तो क्या है कि इनको कोई बोलेगा, एकदम बोलेगा, और ये आपको एकदम ध्यान में रखना चाहिए, तुम्हारा सीवी बना लो। तो सीवी बना लो मतलब बायोडाटा बना लो। तुमको नहीं, अपने आप को अच्छा मत, वो बना सकता है, नहीं हो सकता है, वो कागज को अच्छा, वो मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फाइल को अच्छा बनाओ। तो इसको बनाने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, इसको बनाने के लिए इंटर्नशिप करना पड़ेगा। और इंटर्नशिप ज्यादा से ज्यादा जिसके ऊपर 2 सेंटेंस अच्छा लिख दे, एक सर्टिफिकेट बना ले। तो इससे क्या होता है, डेकोरेटेड 20 थिंग्स, ये वो इंटर्नशिप, और उसके ऊपर एक एक करके सर्टिफिकेट। इतना मोटा सर्टिफिकेट बन गया, टोटली यूजलेस। मैं आपको बोलता हूं एज ए डायरेक्टर टेकिंग ऑल द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, ये बेकार है। 1-2 इंटर्नशिप करे, अच्छा से करे कि उससे कुछ सीखे। और इसके लिए 90% टाइम बाहर जाने का भी जरूरत नहीं है, वो जा सकते, वी ऑल वांट, लेकिन शायद किसी को नहीं मिला। फर्स्ट टाइम दे विल एक्सप्रेस देयर फ्रस्ट्रेशन व्हेन दे फाइंड कि उनका कोई जो दोस्त है वो कहाँ भी इंटर्नशिप का अच्छा, कोई उनके हिसाब से अच्छा मिल गया उनको, इनको नहीं मिला। तो वो फ्रस्ट्रेशन एक्सप्रेस कर सकता है या नहीं कर सकते, वो अलग है, लेकिन फ्रस्ट्रेशन तो रहेगा। लेकिन ये फ्रस्ट्रेशन जीरो वैल्यूड फ्रस्ट्रेशन है, इसका कोई मतलब नहीं है। तो हमारा यहाँ पर इतना प्रैक्टिकल प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है, मान लीजिए स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम स्पेस साइंस टू एग्रीटेक, इतना हमारा काम चलता है। हमारा इतना एलुमनाई है, उनका जो कंपनीज और ये सब है, इसमें इतना प्रोजेक्ट मिल जाता है कि दे कैन एक्चुअली लर्न फ्रॉम दोज एंड दे आर वैलिड गुड इंटर्नशिप्स। इससे इनको स्किल बढ़ेगा। तो उनको जो दिमाग में है, इसको हम बोलते हैं वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड का इल्यूशन। आजकल ये वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड का बहुत प्रॉब्लम है। आप लोग सोशल मीडिया में तो शायद every one of you have presence, I also have presence, sometimes active, sometimes passive. आप डायरेक्टर आईआईटी खड़गपुर का पोस्ट भी देखते हैं, लेकिन वो हम नहीं पोस्ट करते, तो ठीक है, वो हमारा ऑफिस है, वो पोस्ट कर देते हैं। लेकिन क्या है कि सोशल मीडिया का एक प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत एडवांटेज है, प्रॉब्लम है कि उसमें इल्यूशन है। आई हैव सीन पीपल, दिस इज वैलिडेटेड, कि उनका अपना हैप्पीनेस और हैप्पी मोमेंट का सोशल मीडिया में पिक्चर दे रहे हैं, बट अंदर में दे आर वेरी सैड एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम। ये टोटली इल्यूशन है, इसका कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है। और मोस्ट सक्सेसफुल पीपल एक्चुअली स्पेंड ओनली लिमिटेड टाइम ऑन सोशल मीडिया ओनली फॉर देयर ग्रोथ, पॉजिटिव ग्रोथ, और बाकी टाइम उसके ऊपर टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करता है। तो मेक श्योर दैट योर चिल्ड्रन आर नॉट सच वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड, जो वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड में ये इंटर्नशिप का ये है, और उसके ऊपर ऐसा चक्कर चल जाता है कि समटाइम्स पेरेंट्स आर आल्सो इनटू दैट, कि इनको ये मिलना चाहिए, वो मिलना चाहिए। तो आपका बच्चे को ये बोलिए दैट बिल्ड अप योरसेल्फ एंड डू नॉट जस्ट बिल्ड योर सीवी, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। तो सीवी में जो लिखा रहा है उसका इतना वैल्यू नहीं है, जो जॉब्स भी देता है वो उसको इतना सीरियसली नहीं लेता है जो बच्चे लोग लेता है। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट है उनका जॉब्स। और हमारा एक करियर डेवलपमेंट सेंटर है सीडीसी का प्रोफेसर इंचार्ज शायद आएंगे अभी, तो उनके साथ भी आपका पूरा इंटरेक्शन हो सकता है। तो ये करियर डेवलपमेंट सेंटर में इंटर्नशिप और जॉब के लिए प्राइमरीली फोकस होता है, और उसके ऊपर हमारा फैकल्टी टीम है, स्टूडेंट टीम है, हर लोग रहता है। तो जॉब आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। क्यों है? आपका बच्चे बचपन से हीरो या हीरोइन है, इसीलिए वो यहां तक आ गया है। ये स्कूल का इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट किया, ये जेई का इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट किया, आपका घर का सामने इनका पोस्टर भी शायद है, हाँ, कोई कोचिंग सेंटर इतना बड़ा पोस्टर लगा दिया है। तो क्या होता है, मीडिया भी बोलता है टॉप ये टॉप वो, तो इसमें उनके ऊपर ना एक प्रेशर बन जाता है। और ये प्रेशर जो मीडिया बनाए बनाने दीजिए, जो सोसाइटी बनाए बनाने दीजिए, आपका कंट्रोल नहीं है, लेकिन आप उस प्रेशर को नॉर्मलाइज करें। हमारा जो प्लेसमेंट का सिस्टम है, वो प्लेसमेंट में जो जॉब्स है आर्टिफिशियल है, क्योंकि कॉस्ट टू कंपनी है, कहाँ प्लेस हो रहा है, ये सब के ऊपर बहुत कुछ है। लेकिन क्या होता है कि हर साल मैं देखता हूं कि कोई भी मीडिया में, सोशल हो या नॉर्मल जो भी है, कि IIT X, आई एम नॉट मेंशनिंग द नेम ऑफ IIT, IIT X इज वेरी हैप्पी टू अनाउंस कि उनका ये स्टूडेंट का इतना करोड़ का जॉब मिला। ये क्या होता है, ये भी बेकार है। आपको पता है कि ये बेकार है, क्योंकि आप दुनिया देखे हैं, आप एक लेवल में अपने आप को एस्टेब्लिश किया है, जहां भी आप काम कर, कोई छोटा बड़ा कुछ नहीं है, ऑल पेरेंट्स आर इक्वल। तो आपने दुनिया देखा है, दुनिया में कोई किसी का एग्जाम में कोई ग्रेड या रैंक, उसके बाद जो जॉब का सैलरी, ये डिफाइन नहीं करता कितने तक जाए। इवन द ब्रांच ऑफ स्टडी, आप एक बार ऐसा सोचिए ना, एकदम अपने आप को खुलकर पूछिए कि आपका जो बच्चा है वो क्यों ये सब्जेक्ट लिया है। क्योंकि उनका जो जेई एडवांस का रैंक है, उसके हिसाब से IIT KGP में यही सबसे अच्छा चॉइस था, हाँ या नहीं, यही यस है। तो इसके साथ उनका पैशन का कोई रिलेशनशिप नहीं है। और ये जो डिस्कनेक्ट है, ये डिस्कनेक्ट को कनेक्ट करने का ये 4 साल या जो भी है, 5 साल भी हो सकता है, डुअल डिग्री है तो। अभी तो आजकल हम शुरू से डुअल डिग्री नहीं कुछ प्रोग्राम रखा है, सो दे कैन टेक इट एट अ लेटर स्टेज। तो यहाँ पर इनको बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगा ऐसा फील्ड में काम करना, जो ऐसा फील्ड में काम करना जो उसका मेन फील्ड नहीं है ये स्टडी के हिसाब से, बट उसका पैशन ये है। क्योंकि वी आर गोइंग टू एम्फसाइज मोर ऑन इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी एजुकेशन। मतलब उसका एक डिसिप्लिन है, मान लीजिए मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग हमारा ब्रांच है, इसीलिए मैं इसको एग्जांपल दे रहा हूं। तो मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग का एक स्टूडेंट है, उसको कुछ AI में इंटरेस्ट है, कुछ बाकी सब एरिया में इंटरेस्ट है। तो हमारा 2 पॉसिबिलिटीज है, एक हमारा डबल मेजर, 2 सब्जेक्ट में अपना डिग्री बना सकते हैं। बट मैं आपको बताता हूं, ये सब पैकेजिंग के लिए है, ये डबल मेजर का भी इतना वैल्यू नहीं है। वो कुछ सीखता है, उसका वैल्यू है कि लाइफ स्किल कैसे बन जाता है। तो अपने आप वो इतना प्रोजेक्ट करे, उसका बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटी रहेगा कि वो इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी प्रोजेक्ट हम बोलते हैं। मान लीजिए कि हमारा आसपास में कोई गांव है, उसके लिए क्लीन वाटर के लिए कोई प्रोजेक्ट है, उसमें ऐसा कोई नहीं कि ये ह्यूमैनिटीज का, ये इंजीनियरिंग का, ऐसा इट इज अ प्रॉब्लम। हेल्थ केयर का है, एनर्जी का है, हाँ, इतना सस्टेनेबिलिटी, इतना कुछ एरिया है जिसमें वो काम करने से ना उनका वैल्यू बढ़ जाएगा और अपने आप वो उनका जो डायरेक्शन है उसमें चला जाएगा। मेरा एक फ्रेंड था, ही स्टडीड कंप्यूटर साइंस, लेकिन इनका कंप्यूटर साइंस में इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं था, वो रैंक का चक्कर में मिल गया तो ठीक है। ही वॉज वेरी गुड इन राइटिंग। तो उसका जब वो प्लेसमेंट का अपॉर्चुनिटी आया, he was very intelligent, he understood कि वो जो कंप्यूटर साइंस का वेरी हाई वैल्यूड जॉब है, उसमें उसका कुछ एडवांसमेंट नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि उसका पैशन वो नहीं है। तो वो क्या किया, एक कंपनी, एक मीडिया हाउस आया कैंपस इंटरव्यू के लिए, उनका IT का काम के लिए। तो वो उसमें अपीयर करके जॉब लिया, लेकिन उसका दिमाग में IT जॉब नहीं था। वो उसमें अंदर में घुसा और बोला हम कुछ लिख सकते हैं क्या। हिज राइटिंग स्किल वाज वेरी गुड, तो ही बिकेम एडुकेशन, मैं मीडिया हाउस का नाम नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, तो उसका जो एडुकेशन पेज का वो लिखना शुरू किया, और उसके बाद वो इतना राइज किया उसमें कि हम भूल ही गए वो कंप्यूटर साइंस के ग्रेजुएट है। तो ऐसा बहुत होता है, आपने देखा है कि आईआईटी का जो वेरी डिस्टिंग्विश्ड अलुमनाई है, मेनी ऑफ देम आर वेरी फेमस फॉर द थिंग्स which were not part of their formal education here, but IIT उनको लाइफ स्किल सिखाया, that is why they are so good. आप वेरी फेमस सुंदर पिचाई जी का नाम लीजिए, उन्होंने यहाँ क्या पढ़ा है, मेटलर्जी, और वो दुनिया में किसको कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं, गूगल। तो वो तो आपको पता है कि उसका एरिया ही टोटली कंप्यूटर साइंस, एआई, ये सब मिलके है। तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि यहाँ वो जो पढ़ रहे हैं और जो जिस ब्रांच में आ गया है और कितना सैलरी उनको मिल रहा है, आई डू नॉट नो वेदर इवन मिस्टर सुंदर पिचाई गॉट द हाईएस्ट पेड salary, job when he graduated. And I can ask some of his teachers, I know very well, and I can ask, but I think the answer would be no. So what you have to understand, और ये आपको आपका बच्चा का फ्रस्ट्रेशन आ सकता है related to studies, not due to studies, because of the uncertainty in future prospect as elusively created. तो इसको आपको ध्यान में रखना चाहिए। आईआईटी में स्टडी बहुत इजी है। आपका बच्चे लोग जो जेई में पढ़ा है ना, उसका 20-30% देता है तो यहाँ पर टॉपर होके निकल जाए। तो they just have to be sincere, और उनका क्या करना है कि बैलेंस बिटवीन स्टडीज एंड few other things, जिससे उसका लाइफ स्किल डेवलप होगा। और एक बारे में आपको सोचना है कि ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया में बच्चे लोग हैं, इसीलिए वो अपना रूम से नहीं निकलता है। और हमारा ये सेतु प्रोग्राम का एक हम पार्ट ऐसा लिया है कि हम उसको रूम से कैसे निकल सके, क्योंकि रूम से निकलने से उनका वर्ल्ड के ऊपर दुनिया में क्या होता है कि उनका मन में दुख हुआ है। एक दिन मेरा एक स्टूडेंट को मैंने पूछा, व्हाई आर यू फीलिंग सो बैड? तो बोला, सर आई एम फीलिंग सो सैड, फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, लाइफ हैज नो मीनिंग, ऐसा करके बोल रहा है। अरे बाप रे, क्या हुआ इनका इतना सब? तो देखा है कि कोई कुछ इंटर्नशिप के चक्कर में some company came and he thought that he will get it and he did not get. तो मैंने बोला, तुम आ जाओ, मेरा साथ आ जाओ, चलो आज हम पीएचडी स्टूडेंट के साथ खाने पाने जा रहे हैं, तुम भी हमारा साथ चलो। ये जूनियर स्टूडेंट, वो हमारा ग्रुप में कुछ प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर। तो उसके बाद क्या हुआ, उसके बाद हमने देखा, अरे ये तो कुछ वो भी भूल गया। तो क्या है कि बाहर में जाके बी स्पोर्ट्स, बी कल्चर, बी साइंटिफिक प्रोजेक्ट, इनका मन में जो भी कुछ ना कुछ तो इंटरेस्ट होगा ही होगा। और जिसका कुछ स्किल नहीं आता है वो कम्युनिटी का काम करे। तो कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि फालतू है। तो क्या होगा कि इसमें इसको पता चलेगा कि दुनिया में जो लोगों का प्रॉब्लम है, हमारा कुछ नहीं है, ये सब इल्यूशन है। तो इसी के ऊपर आपको ध्यान देके ऐसा इंश्योर करना चाहिए कि वो घर में बैठ के ऐसा दुनिया को एकदम इल्यूसिव सोच रहे, इसको बंद करना चाहिए। हम भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं बाय सम वेज, आपका भी कोशिश जारी रहना चाहिए। आपका जो बच्चे है, इनका जो हेल्थ के बारे में है, वी आर ऑल कंसर्न। तो हम मेंटल हेल्थ को अलग करके नहीं बोलता है, क्योंकि ये आपको दुख लगेगा। इतना ज्यादा मेंटल हेल्थ बोलने से आपको ऐसा पता चला, अरे हमारा बच्चों का क्या सब मेंटल हेल्थ पेशेंट है, ये सब बोल रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं। लेकिन you should be vigilant because some of them can be potential mental health concerns and you should not escape from that. Try to face it. हो सकता है, so many people are there and you do not know, because the pressure of getting through this JEE system might have made them unstable in certain ways. None of us have any control over it. लेकिन आपका जो कंट्रोल है और आपका जो रोल है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। हमारा जो कैंपस में कुछ जो ये मेंटल हेल्थ का प्रॉब्लम का बारे में हमारा जो कंसर्न है, इसीलिए हम एक वेरी हाई वैल्यू एक्सटर्नल कमिटी बनाया था टू गिव अस रिकमेंडेशन, इंक्लूडिंग अ वेरी टॉप साइकियाट्रिस्ट एंड सेवरल अदर वेरी डिस्टिंग्विश्ड पीपल. जस्ट 2 days बैक दे केम टू द कैंपस और उनके साथ हमारा स्टूडेंट्स का इंडिपेंडेंट इंटरेक्शन हुआ इन स्मॉल ग्रुप्स. और वहां पर टीचर लोग कोई नहीं था. स्मॉल ग्रुप्स में टीचर लोग का था, हॉस्टल का था, सबका ही था अलग अलग. तो आफ्टर दिस वो नेक्स्ट दिन में हम उसके साथ ब्रेकफास्ट खाया एंड व्हाट दे वर टेलिंग, यू नो, more than 80% of the students reported huge parental pressure. More than 80%. तो पेरेंटल प्रेशर क्या है कि हम भी हमारा बच्चे को बोलते हैं तुम ये अच्छा करो, वो अच्छा करो. एज पेरेंट्स हम नहीं सोचते कि वो पेरेंटल प्रेशर बन जाता है. तो आपको ये ख्याल रखना चाहिए कि उनका जो दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है, आप जो बोल रहे हैं उसके ऊपर उसका प्रेशर बढ़ जाएगा या कम जाएगा, ये बहुत डिपेंड करेगा. तो इसके ऊपर ध्यान रखिए, क्योंकि इसके बारे में आईआईटी कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. इसके बारे में आप ही कर सकते हैं. तो आपका स्टूडेंट, आपका जो बच्चे लोग है, इनका जो आईआईटी के साथ जो इंटरैक्शन है और इंटरफेस है, इसमें हॉस्टल का वार्डन्स तो है, फैकल्टी एडवाइजर जो डिपार्टमेंट का है, लेकिन ये नंबर में सफिशिएंट नहीं. तो हम इसका नंबर और नेचर ऑफ द पीपल जो उनके साथ जुड़ा रहेगा, इसको हम बढ़ाया है ये सेतु ऐप के माध्यम. तो एक टाइप का है जो वार्डन या हॉल मैनेजमेंट पीपल, फॉर्मल पीपल जो है, फैकल्टी एडवाइजर ये है. दूसरा टाइप का है वो भी फॉर्मल है, ट्रेन्ड साइकोलॉजिस्ट और ऐसा एक्सपर्ट और मे बी डॉक्टर्स, ये सब ट्रेन्ड फॉर्मल है. तो इनके ऊपर सपोर्ट सिस्टम को स्केल अप करने के लिए हमने एक ट्रेन्ड सेट ऑफ पीपल, जिसमें स्टूडेंट्स, वॉलंटियर और कैंपस को जो रेसिडेंट्स है उसको भी शामिल कर लिया है. तो क्या है कि मान लीजिए कोई एलबीएस हॉल में 24 रूम्स है, एक एक जो विंग है उसमें, तो टोटल 72 बच्चे हैं. तो 1/4 ऑफ दैट 18 नंबर ऑफ वॉलंटियर्स ऑन अ वीकली बेसिस ये रोटेट करेगा, क्योंकि उनका भी काम है ना, उनका वो स्टडी है, ये है, वो है. तो 18 वॉलंटियर्स वो क्या करेगा, वो इसके ऊपर कोई इंटरफेरेंस नहीं करेगा, लेकिन वो नजर रखेगा. क्या नजर रखेगा, क्या ये सो रहे हैं, सडन मूड चेंज हो गया है और खाने के लिए नहीं जा रहे हैं, ये सब आपके लिए भी सिग्नल है और आपको पता होना चाहिए. कैसे पता होना चाहिए, इनके साथ संबंध करने के लिए जो सेतु ऐप आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी देगा. हमारा कैंपस में 50 कैंपस मदर्स voluntarily for the well-being of children, they have already more than 50. I'm just giving 50 a number and it is growing. तो हम इतना सीरियस कुछ अनाउंसमेंट नहीं दिया है, बट voluntarily so many of them have come. तो इनका काम क्या होगा, ज्यादा काम नहीं. ये हम हमारा पीएचडी स्टूडेंट के साथ कॉमनली करते हैं. हम तो साइकोलॉजी का कोई एक्सपर्ट नहीं है, लेकिन 59 ऑफ हमारा पीएचडी स्टूडेंट का डिग्री मिल गया है, तो थोड़ा थोड़ा साइकोलॉजी हमको भी पता है. तो क्या है कि उनका जो डिफिकल्ट टाइम है, वैसा टाइम में उनको कम्युनिकेट करने का अपॉर्चुनिटी देना चाहिए. उससे तो थोड़ा हल्का तो हो सकता है, और कम्युनिकेट करने का एक माध्यम है उनके साथ जाके खाना पीना, कुछ भी, वो स्नैक्स हो सकता है, चाय हो सकता है, डिनर हो सकता है. तो इसके लिए एक हम मौका दे रहे हैं. अगर किसी को जरूरत है तो ऐसा नहीं कि हर के पास एक दैट इज नॉट अ स्केलेबल थिंग. और हमारा सेतु ये इसका जो और भी है जो मदर नहीं है, लेकिन दे आर फादर्स और ब्रदर टाइप ऑफ पीपल एंड दे हैव आल्सो वॉलंटियर. तो 100 से ज्यादा हो गया है, तो इसको हम सेतु सेनानी बोल रहे हैं. तो they will all be very, very vigilant for the well-being of your children. So you be assured that they are not left isolated and alone. लेकिन आपका भी ध्यान देना है कि वो आइसोलेशन में नहीं चल जाता, जो भी है खुल के बोलता है उनका मन में जो भी है। क्योंकि मेंटल हेल्थ दो टाइप का होता है, एक की वो सडन कुछ दिमाग में आ जाता है और उससे क्या है आजकल सब आइडियलाइज्ड, वो सोच में कुछ जो प्रैक्टिकल कुछ इतना ज्यादा नहीं है, तो इसीलिए वो इल्यूशन में जाके कुछ भी हो सकता है, उस टाइम में उसको कैप्चर करना है। और बाकी एक है वो थोड़ा डिफरेंट टाइप्स का मेंटल हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम है, उसके लिए मेडिसिन फेडिसिन ये सब साइकियाट्रिस्ट जो बोलता है वो है। लेकिन आपको दिमाग में रखना चाहिए कि आईआईटी में ऐसा स्टूडेंट 1% से ज्यादा नहीं है। हमारा इतना बड़ा नंबर है तो उसका 1% भी ज्यादा है, वो तो छोड़ दीजिए। तो बाकी 99% का ये सब जरूरत ही नहीं है, सिर्फ थोड़ा ख्याल रखना चाहिए और उनका अगर कोई टेंशन फेंशन है उसको मतलब इजी करना चाहिए। तो ये मेंटल हेल्थ जो भी है और फिजिकल हेल्थ जो भी है, इसके लिए भी हमारा एक शेयर्ड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है और हम ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी निभाएंगे। हमारा भी कोशिश जारी है। आपका बेटा और बेटी और मेरा एक कॉमन पॉइंट है, हम भी नया है वो भी नया है, तो इसीलिए वी विल मूव टुगेदर, वी विल प्रोग्रेस टुगेदर। लेकिन फ्रॉम माई पार्ट I can assure you one thing, whenever I will be dealing with anything about them, I will be wearing the hat of a parent and not a director. तो उसके हिसाब से जो भी है हम करेंगे। तो आपको कैरियर एस्पिरेशंस के हम तो बोला है, यू शुड हैव अ ब्रॉडर विजन ऑफ देयर एस्पिरेशंस। ऐसा नहीं कि कितना करोड़ का जॉब मिलेगा। मेरा कुछ ये जर्नलिस्ट जो फ्रेंड्स है उनको हम, मीडिया फ्रेंड्स है उनको हम बोला है कि आप ऐसा न्यूज मत करिए कि इनके ऊपर ऐसा कितना करोड़ का जॉब है, लेकिन इट इज अ समथिंग व्हिच इवन इफ दे डू नॉट मेक, वो सोशल मीडिया में आ जाएगा और एक आईआईटी के साथ दूसरा का कंपटीशन बन जाएगा। और ये क्या कंपटीशन है, इसका इस कंपटीशन का कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है। सो इसका विजन हमारा ये है कि द इंस्टीट्यूट हैज लॉन्च्ड थाउजेंड्स ऑफ कैरियर्स। आपको पता है हमारा टोटल एलुमनाई कितना है? यहाँ कोई पेरेंट्स है, आई जस्ट मेट देम, दे आर आल्सो एलुमनाई। तो 90,000 registered and they are all very successful, mostly across engineering, science, entrepreneurship, public service, finance, academia, design, social innovation, and many others. Our alumni are CEOs, startup founders, scientists, policymakers, civil servants, and most importantly, global change makers and thought leaders. And yet, each one of them started here with some doubts, some confusions, and sometimes unsure कि उनको क्या चाहिए. So we have created a platform which is a bit of a motivational talk in the same framework through our Academy of Leadership, जहां पर हमारा alumni will share their life stories. और जब ये स्टोरीज वो देखेगा ना, उनको पता चल जाएगा कि जो भी इनका जो हॉल में सब सीनियर बोल रहे हैं उसका कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है, जिंदगी बहुत बड़ा है। I urge you to support your child's evolving aspirations. एक टाइम में तो जेई रैंक था, अभी तो जेई रैंक नहीं है। Evolving aspirations. They may begin wanting to become an AI scientist and later discover a passion for clean energy. उनका बदल जाता है। डिजाइन, इकोनॉमिक्स और पब्लिक हेल्थ, किस में इंटरेस्ट उनका आ जाएगा ना, आपको भी पता नहीं है, हमारा भी नहीं है। Let us give them the room to explore all this, the confidence to choose a path that aligns with not just success but with meaning. This is very important. The meaning of their life they should find from here. So dear parents, I want to reassure you that we are deeply committed to your child's growth, safety and happiness. But we cannot, and rather we should not do it alone. You are our most valuable collaborators in shaping a new generation of ethical, resilient and socially conscious leaders. Let us move forward with trust, empathy and shared purpose, shared between you and us. This is not the beginning of your child's higher education. It is also a start of a new chapter of your entire family within the ever-growing IIT Kharagpur fraternity, where you are also a part of that. Thank you for entrusting us with your precious gift. Together, let us create a future of people who are worthy of their dreams. Jai Hind. So we can use around 15 minutes or so for interactions with you. तो मैं क्या करूंगा, हर क्वेश्चन का मैं आंसर नहीं दूंगा क्योंकि यहाँ पर मैं I will introduce them. You of course have known them, but Professor Srivastav is the chairman hall management committee. He is more important than me. क्योंकि हॉस्टल में जो भी है इनका इतना responsibility है, तो it is, and his team is greatly supported by the team of Dean Student Affairs. Today, Dean Student Affairs is out of station, but we have the officiating Dean, Professor Tapos Laha. हमारा जो academic deans है, some of the academic deans are sitting in the front, but we have one of the academic deans who is leading from the front, Professor Gautam Saha, Dean of Bioscience, Biotechnology. And other academic deans are sitting at the front. Professor Shoibal Gupta, if you please stand, and Faculty of Science, and Professor Korobi Das, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. We also have another very important person, Professor Mahakud, who is the president of the Gymkhana. So now you know that there are people to answer your questions. So our ground staff will go to you, and if you have questions, just raise hands or anything you want to share. It may not be a question, it may be an opinion, and we'll make sure that you are reached.
Hi, sir. Thank you very much for giving us opportunity on this interaction. So one request I have, like on that Sister Nivedita Hall, like there is a huge crisis on the geo network. Like whenever we speak, like it's very difficult. Now we will be away from them, right? So if we.
So this is only for Jio or any other?
No, like
all the mobile networks.
So for the short interaction, if something can be done, because they might have that Wi-Fi, right? Geo Wi-Fi, like IIT KGP.
No, IIT KGP Wi-Fi. So I will tell you, IIT KGP Wi-Fi is strong everywhere. So you can at least have WhatsApp calls with them all the time.
Yeah, I understand, but we may not be on the good.
I understand. So what we are going to do is, note kar lijiye na. So we will talk with the telephone network service providers, और हम एक बार तो हमको assess करना है कि कौन हॉल में क्या सिग्नल का स्ट्रेंथ है and all. We have very good telecommunication department who will do that. हम इसके बारे में देखेंगे.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. We are having more than 10 or 15 branches running here, and many students are admitted in different.
कहाँ है? अच्छा अच्छा, हाँ हाँ, और एक बार बोलिए ना, हम ठीक से सुना नहीं. और एक बार बोलिए.
Some students feel that my branch is a little lower branch and his branch is a little better branch. How to solve this inferiority?
This is about student feedback when I could not understand properly. ओ क्या कौन ब्रांच में वो पढ़ रहा है
जी,
इसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. मैं बोल देता हूं, क्योंकि एक मैं तो सुंदर पिचाई साहब का एग्जांपल दिया हूं. बाकी क्या है कि the skills that they acquire, based on that they do well in the rest of their life. तो उसका ऐसे इसीलिए मैंने आपको बोला कि जेई रैंक को भूल जाइए, because the branch is related to जेई रैंक. इसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, मान लीजिए कोई वैल्यू नहीं है.
That was my question, sir. अक्सर लोग ये फील करते हैं कि इस ब्रांच का स्कोप अच्छा है, इसका स्कोप कम अच्छा है, हमें ये रैंक पे ये मिला, ये मिला.
ये जॉब के बारे में बोल रहे हैं आप और ब्रांच के बारे में? नहीं नहीं नहीं, वही मैं बोल रहा हूं कि इनका अपॉर्चुनिटी है. मान लीजिए हर बच्चा को शौक है कि एआई सीखना, लेकिन हर तो एआई में बीटेक नहीं कर रहा है. लेकिन ये जो फील्ड में काम कर रहा है उसके साथ एआई को जोड़ के ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट कर सकता है, उसमें इसका जो लर्निंग होगा उस लर्निंग का वैल्यू सिर्फ एआई बीटेक से ज्यादा होगा.
Thanks a lot. This mic is not working properly.
ऊपर से आवाज ठीक नहीं आ रहा है, इसीलिए थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. बोलिए.
Thank you very much, sir. I personally absolutely align to the values that we need to focus on the capability and the skills rather than the end result. My question is very specific, and maybe you have already communicated, so excuse me if that's the case. I'm looking for for this two-way communication. Can we get a cheat sheet that whom to contact when, and if there is no answer, then how to escalate and how to proceed further? Because we would be certainly keen to have this two-way communication, but at least I do not have this.
Absolutely, no. This will be a part of this app. So we will have a short note to the parents कि for what purpose. मान लीजिए कि आपका पर्पस है एकेडमिक, हाँ, तो एक के साथ है. आपका पर्पस है हॉल, एक के साथ है. आपका पर्पस है मेंटल हेल्थ, तो और एक के पास है. तो ये सब आपको इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगा.
Just to add, basically you may want to have connections with 4 individuals. One is faculty advisor through the app only. One is faculty advisor of the student, through which you will get all academic information. And as Sir was also mentioning, you are now part of our IIT Kharagpur family. So you also need to help us in assessing our students. So I request all of you to time after every semester, just try to get in touch with the faculty advisor about the academic performance. Number 1. Number 2, please keep in touch with the hall office or the wardens or the hall officials like hall managers and supervisors. Third thing, if you can have, and to the app, you'll be having access to the ERP. So you'll get a lot of information about the students' academic performance and other performances, non-academic things from that app. So I request you to get in touch in all this.
Hello, sir.
The mic, please.
Hello.
2-3 माइक को पैरेलली प्रिपेयर रखिए क्योंकि देयर आर क्वाइट अ फ्यू वांट टू इंटरैक्ट.
Hello, sir.
हाँ, बोलिए.
Can I?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So first, thank you very much, sir. It was so open interaction. It's really, we enjoyed, and now we are feeling much comfortable that it is in the right place. But the biggest problem is, sir, our kids have upbringed by competitive environment from first standard to 12th, including JEE, where ranks matter than the overall personality. What I would request as an institute and as a parents, we are ready to participate that how can we build the culture of collaborative rather than competitive.
Absolutely, you are spot on.
Done
This
now.
is, I am so happy that you have mentioned it.
Second point, what I would say that like they should learn from each other. So can we have that kind of, there are many professional corporates games which are available in the market, which makes them feel that teamwork is bigger than the competitiveness. So there are small games, and the one culture which because I roam around the entire IIT campus, like there is a senior and junior kind of culture is there, where people feel that they are senior, means the culture of inferiority or superiority. When this comes, inferiority or superiority, then kid will not grow as per his potential.
Absolutely.
So if we can bring those kind of activities more, where people feel equal as a human being, because when they feel that as a human we are all equal, I think the collaborative culture will come into the place.
Absolutely,
So-
you are spot on. You are correct.
And second point, I think the majority of the problems, there are many small things, not a problem, but a suggestion. I would suggest if we have on the same SETU app, a CRM module, which will help us to connect any inter-department by just placing a request. Maybe it can be no need to talk to one-to-one. I'll just give you an example. Yesterday, we visited a
this technology medical center, and where I feel that if we have some CRM module tech, because these are the institute where people have made the tech, which is one of the best in the world. I think they can use for the institute itself the way we have used in SETU. So there also, if required, many of our parents have a good skill set. We can help to build together as a part of our collaborative culture. This is my
Absolutely.
suggestion.
So this is one point I forgot. In fact, I put it in my notes, but because of interest of time, that I want a communication from you that how you want the institute and the campus to grow with your help. That means you know something, say you are a expert in some area or you know friends. तो आपका भी इनपुट से हम ग्रो करेंगे. ऐसा नहीं कि आपका दो रोल्स हो सकता है. मान लीजिए कोई पेरेंट है, वो पुलिस भी है, तो वो पुलिस का कुछ भी है, उसको हम यूज करें. There are many parents who are very famous doctors, or their friends are very famous doctors. So you try to help us in those. ऐसा नहीं है. हमारा पहला submission है that we are not perfect, but we want to be excellent. तो हमारा aspiration है और goodwill भी है. आप शामिल हो जाइए और लिखिए, हाँ, ये, और and we'll take you in the board for this.
हेलो सर.
कहाँ है? अच्छा, टॉप में. हाँ
सर, LBS हॉस्टल में C और D ब्लॉक में 2 वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग टैंक बने हुए हैं. उनका डेप्थ का कुछ आइडिया नहीं है, ना उनके वो फेंसिंग वगैरह है, और मॉस्किटोज भी उनमें काफी है. उनके अंदर रैपर तैर रहे हैं, पत्ते वगैरह. पानी का कंडीशन बहुत खराब है उसमें.
The student volunteer there, can you please repeat it once more? Yeah.
He's mentioning.
Oh, water issue in LBS hall. तो वार्डन को श्रीवास्तव जी आप बोलिए कि it will be taken care of. Sanitary section should fix it within 1 day. Please make sure this.
इसके बारे में आप बिल्कुल चिंता मत कीजिए. वहाँ पे मैनेजर, सुपरवाइजर और हमारे एम्प्लॉयज वहाँ पे रहते हैं, वार्डन्स हैं. एक बार बस जाके उनको बताना है कि हमारे यहाँ पानी नहीं है, क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा इंस्टीट्यूशन है, कभी कुछ कमियां हो सकती हैं. अभी पेरेंट्स भी हैं और एकाएक पॉपुलेशन बहुत बढ़ गई है, तो वाटर सप्लाई थोड़ा सा उतना मैनेज नहीं हो पाता है. तो फिलहाल के लिए वाटर की प्रॉब्लम है. आप इमीडिएटली वार्डन, आप अपने चाइल्ड से बोलिए, अपने बच्चे से, कि वो इमीडिएटली वार्डन को कंसल्ट करे या मैनेजर को कंसल्ट करे, और इमीडिएटली पानी की व्यवस्था हो जाएगी. पानी की व्यवस्था में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
पानी इज अ, वाटर इज अ फंडामेंटल प्रॉब्लम. इसको तो urgently देखना. That we'll see, don't worry about it.
Good afternoon, sir.
But I believe this is a momentary problem and it will be solved very soon.
So good afternoon, sir. I'm from this side. If you can from.
Okay.
So on behalf of parents, I would like to congratulate you and welcome you, because this is also your first year and 2025. And institute is also going to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee. Whatever I understood from all the last 2.5 hour session, everybody is talking about mental health and majority is talking about EQ. So my suggestion here is like we should incorporate some sort of spiritual journey here, because I have seen a lot of IITians are in ISKCON and they are talking about Bhagavad Gita. So if your curriculum allows, if you can introduce some sort of Bhagavad Gita course here, maybe once in a week, it will definitely help students to take care of their mental health as well as these EQ issues. So that's only suggestion from my
this is very
side.
important. Actually, we have similar. We actually do not want to over formalize this. कि क्या होता है कि कोर्स में उसका कोई एग्जाम लेता है तो वो डर जाता है. So these will all be value added courses.
That's
or
all.
through we have the Indian knowledge system as a department or as a unit. तो ये IKS center से और भी जिमखाना से भी हम कर सकते हैं. And we usually have a lot of yoga and other forms of these things, and which are what you pointed out is that this is the whole philosophy, that mind, body, and soul, they should all be combined together for
Yeah, something which is spiritual. I'm not talking about only Bhagavad Gita, but anything where they are connected and they are clear about the purpose of life is something.
It should take their mindset to a higher plane.
Correct.
Which is beyond that, usual.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe
Sir,
two,
good
three
afternoon.
more questions and then we'll close it.
Sir, last just one question from me. Sir, thank you so much. Sir, I understand 1 month of your tenure, you're bringing such a big app, SETU. Really, really thankful to you. A really big work you have done within 1 month of your tenure.
ये हमारा कोई अकेला का कुछ नहीं है. I just conceptualized and designed, but it's a tremendous effort of a group of people. And if I tell their names, it will take 10 minutes to sort of tell all their names. So everything is team effort. So my viewpoint is very simple. If anything is good, credit is the team. If there is any problem, I take the responsibility. No issue.
Sir, one small, very, very small thing from my side. Like in like 2 days of mess food, like mess food, I understand. I also been in hostel, but sometimes the quantity is restricted. Sometimes the mess menu is good, but quantity is restricted. Can we do something?
No, what I have thought of is that we should have more and more flexible mess menu.
Yeah.
When the way that is why I interacted with you as a parent. Now as a student, I would imagine that what was my mindset when I was a student in one of the hostels, say in IIT Bangalore. So what I always wanted to have is a flexibility in my food. लेकिन इसका इतना easy नहीं है क्योंकि इसको plan करना पड़ता है. तो क्या है कि we have a fixed menu and a variable menu. और उसका जो price है उसका भी ऊपर नजर रखना चाहिए so that it cannot become abnormal. So what I suggest, and please try to implement in all the halls, that we should have the fixed part is very good quality and sufficient quantity of bare minimum thing, and the variable one keep as much variety as possible, befitting to the interest of this generation of students.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Two students are sharing single bed. Acha. No, we'll see and we'll try to fix it up. जो भी है हमारा शेयर रूम में भी every student should have their independent bed. वो जो भी हुआ है, this is something would be rectified. Don't worry about it. हाँ, बोलिए. नहीं उसको
Hello.
So so Srivastav ji will explain this. For some of the first year students, I mean the girls students, the international guest house is used. It is the best quality. तो इसके लिए ये थोड़ा क्योंकि this is for the
एक ही
international.
कबर्ड में चारों लड़की कैसे शेयर कर सकते हैं? सर, it's a very big problem. चारों लड़की एक ही कबर्ड शेयर कर रही है. And size is also small, sir.
No, we'll definitely look into, but these are actually designed to be the best quality for the international guests. For the timing, we have given it to students. I think the main issue is the sharing aspect that we will see as soon as possible.
New hostels are being created, and then we will be independent of the guest house, and then they will have single rooms. AC,
I think one parent was talking about the mosquito and the mosquito nets. So let us make sure that usually every time in this season we have this whole campus wise mosquito repellent that spraying system it covers. On the top of that, we will make sure that there are nets at least to the extent possible, and also the mosquito repellents, those the common ones which are electrically connected, available. I know. No, I know.
Good afternoon to all the delegates. Thank you for this opportunity.
for the giving the great opportunity to the parents directly interact with the delegates. Sir, first I want to request two things, especially our children, before they spend a restricted life. When they enter into this campus, they are going to a free life. Sometimes it may be a better, sometimes it may be go to a wrong way. In this way, we are already suggested, we have some doubts also. Why? Because when they went to with a good friendship, there is no problem. When they went with a wrong way, it may be problem to their life and also our aspirations also. When they apply for the leave, when they want to leave the campus and they want to go out the campus for coming the home, please inform to the parents.
By SETU app, you will know it.
Hi, sir. Thank you, sir.
You will know it, and
It
you have
will
to
be
act on it.
salute through the SETU. It is very, very nice. Thank you very much. And even though that is very thankful, sir. Next I want to, in our mess, we are serving two types of rice. Some people not able to eat that type of rice. We are requesting, please supply the small rice. Some people, even I am also ate in that nearby campus. So just we are requesting small rice like
We are
Swarna
very
Masuri.
sensitive to it, but you have to imagine, see, we also have stayed in hostels. So it is very difficult to get a food which is, so we used to say, no, हमारा student like
We are requesting.
इनका नाम मेस क्यों
Most
है
of
आपको
the
पता है
people,
because food is messy. तो इसीलिए इनका नाम मेस है.
just we are requesting, sir. Why? Because even though when we are eating time, sometimes, especially we are coming from the Telangana or South Indian people, we like to eat small rice. Please requesting. Already you are supplying some people.
No, that is
No,
what
no.
I think we. So we have spent more than an hour, and although we are formally closing here, but stay here because the very important people are around. You can mix with them informally and discuss till the time you want to be here. So not that you are asked to leave. You be here, and our people from the dais will come to your respective places, and you can discuss. Thank you.
Hello,
Thank you
sir.
very much. Namaskar.
सर मैंने एक क्वेश्चन रेज किया था एलबीएस हॉल का, वो आपके पास में गलत क्वेश्चन पहुंच गया माइक की वजह से। एलबीएस हॉल में 2 रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग टैंक बने हुए हैं, उन पे डेप्थ मेंशन नहीं है, ना उन पे फेंसिंग है, और उन पे जो पानी है उनके अंदर वो बहुत ही पैथेटिक कंडीशन में है। उनके ऊपर रेपर तैर रहे हैं, पत्ते तैर रहे हैं, और वहाँ पे उस पानी की वजह से मॉस्किटोज हो गए बहुत सारे। तो उसका कुछ बताइए सर।
No, we are taking all these inputs, and we'll see that these are all whatever is there is taken.
Yeah, parents, I request this kind of problems if you are facing, please ask your sons or daughters to lodge that complaint in the hostel, please, so that in the hostel level we can we can address it. Thank you all. Thank you again.